Let me see.
All right, and everybody's destiny pool should be at 0. So first thing we're gonna do is roll destiny.
Destiny.
Okay, sorry. Let me just get over there. Gotta put some ice cubes in my drink. Sorry.
Roll destiny.
Dry throat.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna be a great day.
It's fine.
Cool.
Save
Cool,
us,
cool.
Mike. Save us.
Cool. Cool. Let me just bring him up here. No pressure. You know, let me just getting there. Oh, fuck. Nope. Dice pool. Go away, dice pool. I have too many panels open. My computer's.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Alright, there we go. Okay. What?
High fives all around.
Yeah, we've got 4 dark side in the pool and 0 light. So hope nobody's too attached to their characters, because it seems like
You can
this
only
is-
use it once a turn. Just call him yourself there, bloodthirsty Bill.
the dark side is strong today.
Sorry.
All right. So does anybody want to recap last session real quick?
Sure. If I remember something. Let me see what I have in the notes. So basically, oh yeah, last session was first session, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically the game started with a limo almost crashing into me, or half a limo. And then that half the rest of the party members were there. And the other half was their captain, MacLeod. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Cool. And he was what do you call it? Fuck, kidnapped. There you go. While we fought some random dudes, one of who was what? The brother of a girl I might have slept with, I think it was. I don't know why I remember that part. It's nowhere in my notes. And then we started looking for MacLeod. We got to a depot. We rigged the car to blast into the depot while we got through the back entrance. We got MacLeod pretty easy. No fight, no nothing. Ran away and met with Gluto the Hut.
Ooh, I bought you a nice hat.
Oh yeah, where you bought me a nice hat and pissed off the guard captain, dude.
Oh, the hat.
And you got a lot of grenades. You kept asking for grenades. And we got, yeah. Oh yeah, and we got sent to finish off the Scarlet Blades that are active on Narshada. And that's pretty much where we left off. Is that right?
The reason I have you guys do it is because now I know what you think happened, so that doesn't necessarily mean that's what I remember. Doesn't matter what I remember.
I know.
But yeah, that's the basic gist of it. We ended, you guys had traveled off to the last known location of like Kade's stronghold, and then that's where we're gonna pick up. So you guys
Oops.
Let me move this over here. Kade's stronghold is a fairly sizable floating like mansion sort of thing. You guys approach from a distance and you can see there's some decent security measures. It's not a ton of stuff, but you can see all the approaches are sort of watched as you're coming up in the light speeder truck. There are several buildings nearby. This thing is, sort of off on its own. There's no attachments to it. The only way to get to it is via some sort of speeder. You can see on the, we'll call it the back side of it, is a enclosed personal starport. It's enough for maybe 1 or 2 freighter type vehicles. Silhouette 3 or 4, you know what I mean? Couple of those to fit in there. It's enclosed. You can see that it's got a retractable roof that opens up so that ships can get in and out of it. But it's not anything like huge like a public starport, but it is enough. Like, it's basically like a space garage. There's a lot of windows and other areas looking out into the city, though why someone would want a view of Nar Shaddaa and all its smog is questionable, but, you know, people like their
remind us
views.
all how rich you are and how
Yeah, pretty
poor.
much. So it's up to you guys how you want to approach this.
This guy's probably gonna try and kill us right off the gate. So
Is there a lot of traffic near it?
There's
Like, will we stand out?
it depends on how close you try and get. There is some traffic that's that goes by it, but it's sort of above the rest of the normal traffic flow. So once you, I would say you could probably get within long range of it, a pretty good distance, just following normal traffic flow. But once you sort of veered towards it from that distance, it would be
Okay.
out of the
Obvious.
off the beaten path. Yeah, you'd become kind of obvious at that point.
Are there other buildings nearby, or like what surrounds it? Otherwise,
The buildings around it look like a lot of public buildings. Some of them look like they might be like apartment buildings. This is towards the top end of Nar Shaddaa. It's very, like, if you're familiar with like Coruscant and that sort of thing, like the lower levels are shitty and then the top levels are, you know, where the rich people stay. So it's, you know, if you think of like a social class structure, it's very much like poor people at the bottom, rich people at the top, and as you ascend towards the top, your social status is better. And
What's-
this is, sorry, go ahead.
I say, what's on our van? Like, what's the? Is it just a plain like white van or something like that equivalent, or does it have a company like stuff on the side?
It does have a company logo on the side. It's Bert's Bantha Meat. It shows on the side, and there's like there's a
everybody got a bantha.
yeah, it's a little like cartoon bantha holding like 2 burgers in his hand, and then it just says Bert's Bantha Meat on the side.
Is that company large in Nar Shaddaa?
It's not like
Can we make
super well
can we
known.
make history checks on Bert's band?
It's not super well known, but it's you know, it's more of like a delivery company. It's not something that's gonna stand out as you know. It's not like Zerka or, you know, the big giant like, galaxy spanning corporations. It's a pretty local joint. So somebody on
mean-
Nar Shaddaa, depending on the area that they're in, might recognize the logo, but it's not something that if you travel to another planet, nobody's gonna, who the fuck is Bert's Banthas?
you said there's 2 main entrances, like the back spaceport and kind of a front entrance, but it's all floating.
Yes.
I mean, the criminal element uses nondescript trucks like these to transport all sorts of illicit materials, and I'm sure that he probably has illicit materials that he likes to have imported. We just have to bluff our way around what those are and that we have them if we want to try that.
Sure, we could do that. Like, I'm open to ideas.
Are we just sitting there idling in this truck?
That's up to you guys. I sort of assumed that you were either A, and I guess I shouldn't assume anything, either sort of following the flow of traffic, like sort of patrolling around, trying to stay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
the
think that's
strip,
what we're doing. Yeah.
or had parked on a relatively nearby like rooftop and sort of macronoculars, spying on it.
Yeah, I think that we probably would have parked because
Yeah.
otherwise circling would be just as suspicious as idling after a while. If they're competent.
Not like stopping and looking at a place continuously isn't suspicious, but I agree.
So V3's head kind of rotates towards like the main body of the group. Perhaps we should clarify what the goal of entry is. If it is to capture Kade or destroy the facility, or other quests and tasks.
If I recall,
I like
Gluto
I like
mentioned
how
just
his options are either arrest the guy or blow up the entire place. I like that this droid has no half measures. I appreciate that, V3. I think
That's right.
that we should try to be subtle because there are undoubtedly many more of them than there are of us.
I agree.
I agree as well.
Then again,
It would be really nice if we could like get into a audience with him, right? Like with Kade, but we don't really have anything to offer a crime boss. You know what I mean? I mean, if we had like some,
I might have an idea, but before we proceed with anything, I think V3 is right. We need to clarify what we need to do. As far as I recall, Gluto's objective or demand was that we get rid of Kade's stronghold, or Kade and his group here.
as I
Am I correct?
remember, we're looking to take down the overboss, Gearge, not Kade. I think taking him down is a bonus.
I thought it
But-
was assassinating this guy and finding information
Oh, are we
about
killing him? Oh, all right.
yeah,
Like pull up
finding
the slug
information
thrower, like, oh, you should have just told me.
It
on
was.
their involved. Like, oh yeah.
He had asked you to remove Kade and sort of push the
Scarlet Blade presence from
Yes.
Nashida.
yes.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I
Removing
got.
him is up to your discretion. Like typical crime boss, he didn't like verbally say go murder this guy. He just said, kind of remove him from power. He would not be opposed to murder, you assume. It is a hut, and he's not asking you to kill another hut. So
What you're saying is that our other alternative is just publicly shaming Kade.
if you think that would work, he did also
Hurt
ask
his
if,
reputation.
yeah,
Convince him to turn away from crime.
yeah.
Sure.
Okay, let's talk about the bounds of reality here. I feel like
He did also ask if you could find any, because they suspect that a rival clan is involved in sort of
Right.
getting them into power in the first place to sort of push them into Gluto's territory. So he asked if you find any evidence of that, he would probably give you a bonus. He hinted at.
Okay, so on my thing, I have like a data pad that's supposed to be like because I'm like a sector ranger, like a cop basically. So I'm
Yes.
supposed to have like a criminal database. Could I do a search for Kade?
Yeah.
Anything? Can I make like an underworld check with that assisting?
I would say with the data pad, it's gonna be especially with your contacts and the purpose of the whole data pad anyway, sort of like to look up people's rap sheets. I'm not gonna have you make a roll for it or anything.
I mean, I can make a simple roll to see like if there's any potential benefits.
Yeah,
Just no
yeah.
difficulty. Okay. Okay. Well, then I'll just Yeah, 3 advantage.
Yeah. You look it up, and he's got a decent rap sheet, which is not surprising for someone on Nar Shaddaa. It's surprisingly light for someone that's sort of mid to high level underboss of a criminal organization. I'm trying.
Such as?
He's got a couple of assault charges. He's got several. He's been picked up several times for grand theft airspeeder. But all of them have sort of.
This is kind of petty, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of petty stuff that he's been picked up on, and he's gotten cleared of them every single time.
All right.
And I like that. That's just what you get from the lack of successes. It's up to you if you want to. I like to give you guys the option if you want to use the advantages for anything. So,
is there anything is there anything that would be like a psych profile, maybe? Any details about like his behavior that they
Appearance?
may have? Or appearance would also help. So just like any sort of physiological or psychological information.
he's
that they
human.
would have?
The picture, he's dark-haired, kind of thin. For someone who's got like the assault charges that he's got, you expected somebody that's a little more grizzled. He looks kind of
Sickly?
yeah.
Right.
Like he still looks like he's been through some shit. Like he's got some small scars on his face that his nose is kind of crooked from being broken. But he looks like a violent goth nerd kind of thing. You know what I mean? Sort of like imagine like a cyberpunk like hacker type that isn't really like meant to get in fights, but because of
Right. Kind of. He doesn't look like he's really built for fighting, but
right.
he looks like he'd be willing to fight people, but it doesn't
Right.
look like he's got the punch to back it up.
Right. But because he's sort of the boss, he's got people to back him up, so he's sort of, it's one of those,
Okay.
and from the psych
Well-
profile as well, he seems like someone who's got, like, Napoleon complex, whatever the Star Wars, a Zim the Despot complex, where
Sensitive
he's
about
always proven
height.
himself, so he's,
For his figure, sensitive about his physical
yeah.
attributes. Alright, so I would relay that to the party about all that. And I'm going to maybe hazard a guess that anybody who most people who run in this line of work with looking like that are typically on something. So if we could figure out what it is that he may be on, that could be our in.
When V3 kind of looks over the data pad and sees what Kade actually looks like, is he able to tell? I know this can be a stretch. Is he able to tell, like based on appearance and his knowledge of medicine, what this human could be suffering from, like enlarged veins or, red eyes or something like that? That might suggest any drug of choice.
Nothing. I'm trying to remember my Star Wars spices list. Nothing like blatantly obvious, but there is a couple of the times he has been sort of brought in. He's also had like some glittersim spice on him. Not enough that was enough like he was selling, but it was like a personal use amount.
Mm-hmm.
Glitter stem. That'll fuck you up.
I might have a suggestion, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
If the drug thing doesn't work out, or if you guys prefer this. As you might have figured out, I do have some history with Scarlet Blades. Not with Kade specifically. He wasn't even part of the Blades.
Okay, define history. Do they like you, or are they gonna shoot on sight? Which one?
More of the latter than the former.
Cool. The classic bring you in as a captured prisoner for a reward and then use it as the way in ploy.
Yeah, you read my mind.
I like it.
It's an option.
I mean,
Though
we
Kade wasn't part of the Blades during my dealings with him, so I'm not exactly
yeah,
sure.
well, you'd probably be wanting to move up in the organization. People usually are, so you'd be willing to take care of this on behalf of the Crimson Blades.
Oh,
So, thank
I,
you.
I would hazard that, I guess that they would likely keep me alive, so they would present me to Gearge.
Okay, cool. So that would be good. Okay, quick vote. Just a quick vote. Just get this out of the way. I don't expect anyone to agree, but just a quick vote. Who votes to just sell him and collect the money? Okay, no hands. Good. All right. That was a test. You all passed the test. We could definitely. We're gonna have to agree on one way though. I feel like it's gonna be
What's
hard to.
the equivalent of an insight check in here?
I was just checking. You know.
Uh-huh.
Just making sure that we were all on the same page. It's very important in these sorts of operations.
I agree.
We're gonna have to be pretty consistent with one of these strategies. It'd be pretty hard to pivot
Oh yeah.
onto the other one if it falls through. So, any votes?
To my understanding, there is no emergent requirement for this task be completed immediately. Perhaps surveillance over time would provide more answers to indicate.
Stakeout got V3. I've known you for maybe like 4 days. How long has it been?
It kind of pivots back and forth.
It's been as far as you've known V3, it's been maybe 2-3 days.
2-3 days. Maybe 3 days. But man, I like this guy. Stakeout. He's got good ideas.
Stakeout, explosives, all of that.
Okay, I mean, he brought up explosives, which again,
You've got grenades.
We do have grenades. I feel like that's a little not so subtle.
Ooh. Nah.
I think it's less about being subtle and more about not having to fight like 40 people at once, because I don't think we'd win that.
No, the alternative that I was just thinking is so let me get this straight, our character. This thing is floating, right? This platform space dock thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Space garage. It has to have something to power up the floating technology.
Yes.
The repulsor.
And we have explosives.
Yes.
No.
It's a bit mass murdery, so maybe not.
Look, I don't exactly profess to be like a saint, but technically, as an officer of the law, I can't let you commit a terrorist attack. Okay, granted, it's pretty flexible. Like the operational doctrine of a sector ranger is pretty flexible, but terrorist attack, definitely outside of the book. Not okay.
This is not in character, by the way, right?
It would send a message to the rest of the Scarlet Blades not to fuck with the Hutts.
Sure.
Yeah, but you'd kill thousands of people, though.
Okay, again,
hundreds.
Quick vote. Who wants to sell them and collect the money? Okay, still no hands. That's good, but starting to get there. Okay, who wants to commit a terrorist attack? Okay, no hands. That's good.
I'm just putting it out there. It is an option.
There are other buildings that are not as tall as the surrounding buildings here underneath this one. So if you did knock it down, not only would all of the people, and this is like it's a large facility, but it's still like a private residence, so there's not a ton of people probably on this facility, the stronghold, but looking at what it would crash into, it's a lot of mid to low level housing developments underneath there, Probably some of the buildings have like some clubs, cantinas, bars, that sort of thing, casinos. But there's going to be a...
Yeah, you sound pretty
No, I'm
robotic.
hearing it too.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just me.
Oh, am I coming across bad?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
couldn't understand shit.
Yeah, am I? Okay. Is
And
that
just
better?
got progressively worse.
That sounds better.
Yeah, I don't know what happened
Yeah,
there.
that's better.
My voice connection is turning shitty. Let me try disconnecting and reconnecting. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna restart. Is your internet doing okay over there?
It was being sluggish there for a second, but it's fine now.
Okay. Yeah, mine just took a crap. You guys hear me now? Oh, what the hell is going on here?
So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet. All right. So, what was the last thing that you guys were able to discern?
Not much.
Nothing, basically.
Yeah, maybe just start again from.
I think I was
From the
just
beginning of the
saying
session.
that- yeah, starting all over. There are like largely residential buildings like underneath this one. It's levitating up in the air, but there are lower class, like mid to low level, like shorter
So
structures.
yes, the building would fall on them
Yes.
and die, and they would
Yes.
all die.
So
Yes.
innocent people,
Okay.
arguably innocent people. I don't know how many people are innocent on Nar Shaddaa, but you know what I'm saying.
That's civilian
Definitely.
casualties.
Definitely terrorist attack.
Sure. But yeah, I'm just putting it out there. We're in the planning stage. We're just
Yes.
looking for ideas.
Okay, good spitballing. All right. We will, for the moment, we're gonna put a terrorist attack on the back burner.
Sure.
Not
I'm
forgotten,
okay with that.
but not exactly great.
Alternatively, if he is a consumer of these glitter stims, perhaps with sufficient surveillance we might find a provider, and said glitter stims may be modified to be more lethal to the biologic human.
God damn,
Jesus.
VT. God damn, this is fucking smart ass droid. That's a good idea. We can fuck up his glitter stem and then he'd kill himself. And it would, I mean, let's face it, street drugs like this are cut with all sorts of weird shit. So the problem with that is we need to find his regular supplier.
Also, I think the idea is us killing him is supposed to be public.
Is it?
Yeah, I
As
think
long
isn't
as
the
we
idea,
just get rid of the Scarlet Blades hold on Nar Shaddaa, I think that's pretty much mission completed.
yeah, but I thought the idea was like we're supposed to intimidate the Crimson Blades by killing their leader, and that way scares the other people from not joining them or just leaving the organization?
No, the idea is to get rid of whatever Scarlet Blade presence is on our shutdown, and if we can find anything in their databases about who is sponsoring them.
Okay.
So far, there's no incentive to go on the rest of the group, just the ones here.
With some preparation, I could design surveillance technology to watch the angles of this building and see which vehicles and speeders consistently make their trips to this establishment. And from there, perhaps we may determine if there is a regular provider or procurer of these systems.
That's a thing.
I think I'm not opposed to a stakeout. Like I said, this wasn't very time sensitive, was it?
There was no mention of it, if I recall.
Well then, I say at the very least, we should take the time to check out the security. At the very least.
Yep, that's a good idea.
So, it's a stakeout then.
Stakeout.
So
Do we take
is,
turns in pairs?
is the, I was gonna say, is the roof that we're on currently a decent stakeout spot? What's the visibility of the building?
Yeah, it's you're slightly above the building, so you've got a pretty good angle on most of the comings and goings from the stronghold. There is, from your angle, there's sort of a blind spot on the opposite side. But from your quick
Do we
tour,
have eyes on both of the entrances?
yes, you're sidelong from it, and sort of the main like airspeeder parking area is on, like, the main entrance is off to we'll say to the west, and the starport area is off to the east on the opposite side. So sort of the front entrance of the building and the rear entrance to the building.
Okay, well, I think that this is a pretty good spot. So I'm gonna go find some donuts in the truck. You guys should wait. We should also probably find like equipment. You guys got like macro binoculars or something like that? V3, you said you could make stuff, make technology. Do you need parts for that?
We can just conjure it out of thin air.
Yeah, you're just gonna spin it up like some sort of Jedi?
Materials would be useful to this end.
But not
Well, then
necessary.
I think he's implying that it's necessary. He's okay. Well, then V3 should go in the truck with me, and we should, because then he can point out some of the parts we need. We can probably stop by, like define parts, junk parts, nice parts.
Simple processors with digital lenses and recording devices with complementary circuitry, along with perhaps a few other scanned components should suffice.
So like Comlink Shack. Okay, we'll go to Comlink Shack. All right. I'm gonna take V3. We're gonna go to Comlink Shack. We're gonna get some donuts. You two stay here. If anyone tries to tell you that you can't be here, just
Shoot him. Got it.
I was gonna say leave shooting them or throwing them off the building to last choice. Like put that on the bottom of the things to do. Maybe try like smooth, like not. doing
Yeah,
that
don't
first.
worry. I can talk my way out of anything.
Okay, I've known you for about like 14 minutes, and anyways, I'm just gonna start this truck.
Sell
Also,
him a hat.
give me something to drink while you're out there, please.
Yeah, okay. I'll bring you some calf. The classic stakeouts.
Get some water.
Yeah, also water. Yeah, I don't really trust a lot of water here, and bottled water looks really expensive. But we should be.
No. I wasn't thinking caffeine. Just give me something to drink.
Christ. Okay. Fine. So I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna be
All right.
grumbling and be like, why do I better get a fucking tip for this shit? Delivery.
Meanwhile, I just keep an eye out on the.
Okay. What the two of you that have gone to Com Shack, that sounds bad.
Nope, it's perfect as it is.
Okay. What are you guys like out of character? What are you guys trying to build here?
V3 wants to basically make a video recorder that could be like accessed remotely, maybe from the opposite side that they don't have, and one for the one they do have.
Okay. Going into Com Shack.
It's Comlink Shack, like Radio
Comlink
Shack.
Yes, that is much better. Comlink Shack. You start looking around for parts to do this. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check, difficulty 2, and we will determine how much this is going to cost you.
Ugh, I don't want to pay money for it.
Now, you can try and steal it, but that's a whole separate roll. This is just to determine like your plans for what you are making.
Difficulty 2. It's a purple, I think.
And you have a toolkit, right?
Yes.
I have 0 money, so I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be like
Maybe we
going
can just
up
like
to the
figure out
guy,
if they have it.
Okay.
go up to the guy at Comlink Shack, be like, you guys
Oh,
buy
shit.
grenades?
Oh, you.
I don't know if I added. Oh, I have to click out of it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't put in. I was like, wow.
Well, he does have 5 intellect. I'd believe
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
I clicked away from the purple. It should work now.
Just click the purples with the clear
Yeah,
thing.
you can just click the purples alone, and we can just add it on if you want, or you
Yeah.
can reroll.
Yeah. Dice. How do I? Oh, that's how.
There we go.
Okay, so 2 successes and 1 advantage.
All right. This is gonna cost you 50 credits for the parts, and it's gonna take you with those successes and advantage. I'm gonna say it's gonna take you about half an hour to cobble this thing together with the because you're buying like parts specifically for this. It's not going to take you too long to just slap something together to be able
Shit,
to
I got
like.
no money. How am I gonna buy donuts? V3, you got any money?
I have 125 credits.
Okay, cool. Can you like spot me like 30 credits? I'll pay you back. I got no money right now. I'm kind of not very liquid.
So it kind of rotates a couple of times as though like curious.
Like, you know, like I need money.
You could have asked me for some money before you left.
Can I have 30 of your credits, and I will then give you 30 more credits back later at a later date.
Yes.
I'm assuming.
Thank you. Cool.
There's a long pause before that.
Thank you.
All right.
Should be enough donuts and drinks.
Yeah.
About 80 now.
You guys buy the materials from Comlink Shack. A very bored employee sells you the stuff, doesn't even question anything. He doesn't even really look at it, just, punches it up, takes your credits, hands it to you, goes back to watching a little holo vid off to the side there. Have a good day. Thanks for shopping at Comlink Shack.
Yeah, you too. Shit. Fuck. Leave quick. Let's leave. Fuck. I ruined it. Said you too. V3. We gotta go now.
And then you guys continue to go pick up donuts. I'm gonna say 5 credits for the donuts and the drinks
And the
everything.
drinks from.
Yep. You guys up on the roof, go ahead and give me a perception roll. either combining your scores or if that's not if it's not a skilled check, then just roll it with advantage.
You can do that thing where you what is it? You share
Yes.
the skill
Yeah.
and the characteristic of each of your highest.
I've got
Oh, right.
green perception. Free green.
Perception. I have 3 green and 2 yellow.
So yeah, so
So-
you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
So pretty much the same as if I roll. Is it the same thing if I just...
Well, it's
If I get it right?
what is your cunning? What is you guys' what is your
My cunning is 3 and my perception is 2.
Okay, and the
I've
other
just got free cunning.
Oh, okay.
So
So
basically
you
it's
wouldn't really
the
get
same
a,
if
you
I
wouldn't
just
really
roll.
get a benefit from combining.
Yeah, that's what I understood from it as well.
Yeah, so just roll it with advantage.
With advantage. Oh, with a blue.
Boost. Yeah, I'm sorry.
There you go.
Roll it with advantage.
Yeah,
I was like,
too many game systems, too many words.
okay. Anything else? No difficulty or anything, right?
Just one difficulty.
Okay.
But I'm gonna use one of the one of our where's my thing here? Because I need to use some of these. I'm gonna use one of. That is not right. Where's my GM pool? Not because I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry guys, I'm looking at the wrong sheet here. Dice pool. Use the dark side point. I'm gonna upgrade that difficulty. So roll it with red difficulty, just 1.
Oh, okay. Got it. If I could just click on the damn thing, that would be great. There you go. Perception. Did you click? I think I might have rolled twice. Just take the first one.
Surprisingly, it's basically the same roll. While they're off doing their shopping, you guys are sitting across there, sort of observing the comings and goings. You don't have like macronoculars or any other sort of long-range viewing devices. So at this point, at this distance, you're just sort of watching vehicle traffic for any sort of ways to get in.
I remember a blind spot.
Yes. It's on the opposite side of the building from where you're at, but from your patrols around it, there's no entryway on that opposite side. There is like it's probably not knowing the interior. It's either like a living room or some sort of it's not probably like the bedroom, but there is on the opposite side that you can't see. There's just a large window overlooking out of the building. You guys didn't get close enough to really see into the windows from the distance that you were sort of patrolling, sticking with traffic. But odds are, more than likely, nobody's coming and going from there. They'd have to like go through a window from your angle. So anybody that you see that's there would not have come or gone from that side. So
I think we're basically looking for traffic frequency towards the building and out, I guess. If I can't spot any actual details.
Is there any anti-vehicle sort of weapons around the mansion?
Not that you've noticed, though. From the range that you've been at, you can sort of make out the people that are sort of there's a number of people that are sort of like pulling security on, especially around the entranceway, sort of patrolling on the outer like sort of promenade or balcony that sort of goes around a decent chunk of the building, especially the front half sort of has like the landing area, almost like a driveway or parking lot where airspeeders are kind of parked. And you see several people. It's not a lot, and they're not really clumped up in groups, and they just seem to mostly be sort of hanging out. But just from the distance that you're at, you can't make out the specific types of weapons, but you have seen a few people with and maybe 2 guys that you were able to identify that have very large weapons that could be anti-vehicle weapons of some kind. You're not sure if they're like rocket launchers or like heavy repeating blasters or something, but it looks like something that could do damage to a vehicle if it came down to it. Again, at the distance that you're looking at, it's hard to say anything specific.
Okay.
While you are watching, you do see sort of, I don't want to say a truck, but a larger speeder come up. Several guys get out, and you see them talking to a couple of the other guys that are on the front entryway, and then the two guys that were standing there get on the vehicle, and then it leaves. So it was sort of a switching out of some guards, it looks like.
Okay. And does the mansion itself, would it be expensive? Like would we assume that people who are bankrolling this would be super rich, or like reasonably expensive?
Yeah, it's very expensive to get something like this to be like, it's one thing to live like at the top of one of the tall buildings. It's like a level above that to have something that is at this height that is not connected to like the rest of a building. It's sort of like you're super rich if you're living in the top levels, like in the penthouse suite of one of the skyscrapers, and it's like a level above that even to have something like this. This is something that's very, very expensive and reserved for just the very wealthiest of people on Nar Shaddaa.
Okay, I guess I turn to Dav, and I just say, this could be like circumstantial evidence that like the mansion, that it could be circumstantial evidence because, like, as in the hut might be bankrolling him so he could afford this place.
Could be. But we're more likely to find more stuff once we go in.
Yep. Like, this could be like, the idea is that this could potentially, like, could give us a better idea that he's being bankrolled, sort of thing.
You mean like a confirmation? I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, not for nothing, like stuff like this, Tychus would probably realize, and what's the words I'm looking for here? It's probably not something that this guy like personally owns. Like, even though he's like at the top of the food chain on Nar Shaddaa, this is probably like this is probably paid for by the Crimson Blades as a whole. So even if yeah, Dav would probably realize this as well, just knowing the Crimson Blades a little bit. It's more of like owned. It's like a governor's mansion. Like the guy that's in charge of Nar Shaddaa for the Crimson Blades, Scarlet Blades, yeah. He's probably not paying for it out of his own pocket. This is probably like company property, pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's still something that, from what you remember of the
like something that a standard hoods wouldn't own, sort of thing.
Yeah, and this is definitely above the level of where the blades were at when you left.
Oh yeah,
them. Like,
for
this
sure.
Is, just levels and levels above any of the stuff that they would.
This is big leagues.
Yeah.
Could we theorize that it might have shields, like the mansion itself?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Could we theorize that the mansion might have shields or something?
A lot of times, that's an expense that most places like this don't usually involve themselves in, and nothing that you've seen would suggest otherwise. If there are any sort of shields on it, it would be something that would be sort of inside of the building, like a shield generator, and it wouldn't be anything that would have observed from out here. And it would.
I mean, it's possible that like there could be some like repulsor fields around the gravity generators, because you don't want something hitting that and having it fall out of the sky. But
Yeah.
I don't think there'd be a lot of shields as far as like
anti-weapons,
most-
sort of like combat.
be like
grade
it'd be
shields.
mostly against
Yeah.
like vehicle impacts, and
Right.
probably only on the other side.
Are you there with my drinks yet?
Did we show up already?
Yeah, that whole thing when they were observing it was while you guys were out shopping, and you guys, while you're sitting there sort of squinting and watching this thing, you hear the truck pull up and park, I'm assuming.
Okay, V3's got his shit, and I got the donuts. I'm pretty sure I had to like beat a guy up for this water.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I mean, I feel kind of bad because I think he needed it probably more than I did, but and he didn't have a nightstick, so you know. But,
It's not sure, so it's
No,
expected.
you don't.
yeah,
I guess I mentioned about the changing of the guards.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have like a rough time when that happened?
Probably like an hour ago.
Okay, we should try to see like if it's what schedule it's on. How many guards did you say left?
It was,
They swapped two. They swapped two. As far as I remember, the GM saying.
yeah.
Yeah. My assumption with this is that they have another depot or something, and they're just switching guards, and this may be the actual place where the bulk of their forces is. Or I could be wrong, and it's the other way around.
Yeah, and from the time that you guys were watching, it looks like there is a total of 4 guards that sort of patrol the along the outer balcony along the front. There's not a lot of exposed space on the starport side. There's no like balcony or anything, so anything that's like any people that are inside of the building, you haven't been able to glean from this distance.
So yeah, it could be that they just this is where the bulk of their forces is, or I was wrong and they have a token guard here and they just changed.
I'm gonna go ahead and err on the side of them being more multitudinous
That's my initial assumption as well.
than hoping that there's not too many of them there.
I was going to suggest maybe we should fly around to see the other window where the blind spot is.
Sure, go ahead.
That could work. Yeah. You got that recorder thing up and running yet?
I assume V3 is still kind of in like the back of the van, like working. That's when you left him.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you sort of, like I said, it's you bought parts that are like specifically designed to sort of make this sort of thing, so it's not anything that's I mean, it's cobbled together, but it's not, you know, like completely made up. It's sort of like building a ham radio from Radio Shack, like, you know, you're buying parts.
It was like a
specifically.
kit.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say you built it in the ride over, so it's ready to go.
All right. So around that time, V3 kind of steps out of the back of the speeder, holding a couple small, obviously jerry-rigged devices. The pulse code modulator and level transit are functional. However, without a peripheral component interconnect, there will be some difficulty in using it. It should be functional, however.
So,
Define
V3, what do these do
component.
again?
They are recording devices which should allow us to remotely observe both sides of the facility over time.
So you want us
Okay.
to put the other one on the other side of the facility, man?
Correct.
Okay, well,
Question.
all right, hop in. Take a
Do they
spin
have a
around.
zooming function? Because if they see the same thing we do, it's not much better.
Hopefully they do. Were they able to get that?
I sort of, well, I guess it depends on what you were going for. I sort of assumed that you were making like a bug to like, put on the building. But if you were making like recording, like macronocular sort of things,
Mhm.
binoculars. Then yeah, that's cool. I misunderstood what you were going for. It doesn't really change anything that I did, because I'm infallible and I am the GM.
Yep, I agree entirely.
Yeah, okay, cool. Get in the truck.
He's gonna see if he can find a place to put one of these down since they're already at one spot.
Yeah, I mean the building. Where was your roll at? Yeah, I'm gonna say with the successes and advantage that you had rolled, I'm gonna say that you're also able on one of them that you've gotten that it's got what's the words I'm looking for? Like I don't know the word for it, but it's like you point the laser at the window and it senses the vibration so you can get sound.
Like a laser microphone?
Yes, thank you. That's the word microphone that I'm talking into right now.
Oh boy.
He'll use the one. He'll probably the one they're already at, like the place they're already at, with this building. He'll point that one at kind of this front entrance where the guards are moving in and out, and try and record the audio there if
Okay.
possible.
Okay. So you set up for the one that's you set up one that's looking at the window of the blind spot, correct? That doesn't have the laser mic.
So we have how many? 2 of them?
That's what I thought.
Yeah, 2.
Okay. So basically, what I'm understanding is you're putting the one that can record audio where we're already staking out, just so we can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
and you're putting the other one where we have a blind spot from our current vantage.
Yeah, that's my idea.
So that's what we do.
Okay. You guys cruise around, set up on the other building, like on the rooftop. You set up your contraption. It doesn't take you a lot of time. Plugging it into like the power supply of the joint across the road, and then you come back to your original spot. Set up the laser mic one towards the front entrance, and then you sit and observe. Correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You
This
guys.
is this is
Uh,
the stakeout part of the stakeout.
Question.
Yeah.
Are we split up? Like you guys are on one, 2 of you are on one side with one device, and 2 of us are on the other side with the other device.
That's up to you guys.
That makes sense. I mean, doesn't
Yeah, that would make sense, yeah.
Okay. So we'll do it this way. Who is on the entrance side of the building? Entrance view.
I think it's me and Rin because we haven't moved from the spot.
Okay, I'm gonna put you guys over here, and then the other 2 are over here, and you guys just stayed over there, so these guys have the vehicle, correct?
Yeah, and they also have the vehicle. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys spend the next several hours just watching the building. You notice on the window side of it, you do see Kade. Apparently, that side, the window, the quote-unquote blind spot of it, is apparently an office of some kind. He's got a large desk that faces away from the window, so when he's the couple of times he walks in and sits down at his desk over the course of viewing, his back is away from the window. He's got a hollow terminal there, and he does some work. Over on the entrance side, and you guys sort of have on the blind spot side, you guys now have a full, between the group, a full 360 view of this facility. So you can all see the starport and the entrance, but you guys have covered the window on the one side. You guys have a view of basically nothing on the other side. Like, that seems to be largely on, like, the actual side of the building is just wall. You're not sure why it's covered up like that. That might be the sort of the engineering side of the building. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably more maintenance type stuff in there, not necessarily living area. While you guys are watching on the window side through the recording device, over the course of the couple hours that you guys are observing, he gets he's got like a holographic communications array on his desk, and he gets a couple of calls. You can't hear what they're saying.
Before you get too far,
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if once these are set up and they realize that the opposite side actually has a view of the office of Kade, how hard would it be to get the audio on that side instead?
It'd be pretty easy.
All right, is anyone objecting to us hearing what Kade talks about?
Not
No.
at all.
Okay.
Alright.
Then I think once this is noted, then V3 would try and quickly get that switched.
Okay. You do miss, because I'm gonna say you do miss, like, the first phone call.
Sure.
Hollow conversation or two. The first one that you don't get a recording of just looks like probably one of his underlings somewhere. Just looks like a thug up on the screen. You can see Kade looks visibly upset at the conversation. He's, like, shaking his fists and yelling at the guy before he hangs up the phone. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Before he disconnects the call. While you guys are switching it out, you do catch, assuming that, geez, how am I going to do that? Do you both drive over there, or does one of you hop in and drive over there and leave one to observe? To switch the things out.
I think V3 could just do it by himself since
Okay.
he's the one who kind of put it together.
Okay, so Tychus, while you're still sitting there watching, this time without the benefit of the recording device, you do see him talking to a Zabrak male.
Oh fuck.
The conversation does not seem to be as heated as the other one.
What's this
Kade,
guy look like?
it's hard to discern without the zooming function of the macronoculars that you or the recording device that you had access to. But just judging from what you could see from the hologram, it's hard to judge height. But Zabrak male, he's got the typical Zabrak face tattoos, but they're not as pronounced as some of the other ones that people may be familiar with from Star Wars. He does have a large scar going down the side of his face, the left-hand side from your angle, and he's got it looks like you can't tell if it's like a large cybernetic implant or just like a eye patch like bolted over the eye, but he's definitely got like severe damage on that side of his face. It's, again, at the distance, it's really hard to make out like super specific details.
How would you ballpark this range? Like extreme?
At this distance, regular scale, I would say it's long range. Like on the outer cusp of long range, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm tempted to just shoot him now to prove a point, but
What I was gonna suggest is we ram raid the office, and either kill him or just abduct him, and maybe see if we can just swap any information from his desk.
okay.
Like that's why I was asking about the shields before. Like if we could, that could be a good entrance point sort of thing.
It seems too easy. There's no criminal chief dude, no matter how middle of the pack he is, that he stays with the window open but no shields on his own fucking office.
I mean, the window's it's a solid window.
Okay. I thought it was open. My bad.
No,
I'm not
it's-
saying that's a bad idea, but I'm saying that we should probably try to progress our problem solving beyond drive a truck and do it.
It worked for you last time.
Yeah, and it can't work all the time.
I mean,
You
we
know
can
what?
search
I'm
and try, but no.
not discounting.
I am very much with Tychus on this.
Drive 2 trucks into it. I see.
I'm gonna do
Okay,
you guys
I
a
was
favor.
actually going to
since-
suggest if we were going to do that, the most effective way would be to again rig a truck to approach the opposite side, and then while attention is diverted there, we hit the other one. But we can't keep just finding trucks.
It's not at all. There's lots of trucks.
I'm pretty sure this one has a locator on it. I'm surprised nobody has come to kind of try and get it back yet.
I'm assuming V3 disconnected that while he's
That's a good
hotwiring
point.
it.
Thanks
hope
for
he
the
did.
idea.
That's what I'm here for.
That's why McCready got
Would
him.
would I be able to recognize the pattern of the facial tattoos? No, I mean like not like recognize, but like remember.
It's not anybody that you recognize.
Okay, well I mean like would I be able to like remember, like recreate the rough pattern if I had to? Is it like complex enough?
He's got some gear on his eye. Remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say if you're trying to describe the facial tattoos to someone else, you're trying to like recall that. I'm gonna say do a yeah, we'll just do perception, but I'm gonna, because you're at a distance, it's a hologram and you don't have the zoom function, I'm gonna say perception check, hard difficulty 3.
Okay.
And this will be observing it and committing it to memory.
Oof.
Close but no cigar.
Obviously you can't quite make out the details. I'm gonna give you 2 strain, just from like you kind of get a little bit of a migraine trying to like look through this window.
Like I'm squinting so goddamn hard it's gonna pop my eyes out.
And
Right.
I'm gonna say 1 strain is from trying to squint and see this thing, and another strain is after the call ends, you say, "Fuck! I have a sniper rifle with a scope on it."
Oh, it's got a scope on it?
I assume it's got a scope on it. Does it not
I
have?
don't
a
think
scope
it
on
does.
Oh, well,
I
then
couldn't
never
afford
mind.
one of those. Yeah, I can't afford that shit.
Okay, well then never mind about. Well, still 2 strain, but never mind about my.
No, the second strain
got
is
this-
basically,
I
I
got this
wish I
from
had
my
the scope on my
home.
rifle.
I got this from my house.
Oh,
like
that's
man,
right.
like
Yeah,
I
the
live
slug,
on
yeah.
the fucking.
Yep.
I don't need a sniper scope for taking down whatever the hell lives on Salukamai.
Yeah, you're right. But still, like
Although that might. But now, no, I'm upset because like fuck, I should really put a scope on this thing. It's not like oh I had one. It's like fuck, I really need one of those.
Yeah, that's what I said as well.
Right.
or at least a pair of binoculars or macro goggles. I don't know what they're called.
You guys ever play Metro 2077?
No.
I've always
When you
wa-
pull out the revolver, you get like a zoom scope, and it's sort of just a fucking monocular that you hold up to your eye, and then you can aim and zoom with the gun. I'm like, guys, that's not how that works, but okay. You just hold it in your hand. You're like, that's not how this works. But,
yeah.
but yeah.
It's too bad this is a role-playing, tabletop role-playing game and not a video game. You could just aim with your pistol and zoom in.
You get that extra little zoom.
Yeah.
As for
Well, then I open up the console and no clip and just fly over there and spook.
is Rin discussing his idea over the comm link?
That's up to Rin.
Sure,
what-
we are. Like, I have a comm link.
Yeah.
You guys have a comm link?
I don't
I
know.
have
I
a
assume
comm
we
link.
have one.
Maybe there's
Otherwise,
one in
we
the
really have to
truck.
communicate.
Yeah, just for ease of use going forward, anybody that doesn't have a comm link, I apologize for all the people that paid during character creation the like 25
Give him 25 credits back.
Yeah. You found a couple of comm links in the truck.
Yeah, and like the glove compartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
A bunch of burner comm links.
V3 will suggest that they maintain surveillance for a couple days to see if they get any regularity. Maybe something revelatory will come out of watching them for more than a few hours.
Fair enough.
I'm
I
okay
mean,
with
these things will just keep going, right?
that.
They should.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's sort of wired them into external power from the buildings that you guys are at.
Well, I mean, yeah.
At this level, there's advertisement billboards and stuff all over the place at the top levels of Nar Shaddaa. It's very cyberpunk, space Las Vegas kind of thing. You know, so
Should I contact McCready and inform him about that?
that's up
Like,
to you.
ask him, is this? I guess I'll call him and ask him. Is assassinating this guy time critical?
You try and get a hold of McCready, but there is no response on his comlink channel frequency phone number.
Of course.
You try the major domo?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. You do get a hold of the major domo, and he tells you that as long as it's taken care of, that's fine. But he does warn you that Gluto is, like most huts, not known for their patience.
Okay. I'll also ask him to inform our captain, turn his comlink on, or something along those lines. And I'll ask how is the captain as well.
He is currently resting. Would you like me to wake him?
Just for the
that's
sake of waking him up, but not actually for any importance.
Nah, that's fine. Just when he awakens, inform him to turn his comlink on.
I will do as you ask.
Thank you. And yeah, just hang up.
Okay.
I guess. Like, I'll say good day and whatever, and you know.
Yeah. Pleasantries.
Mm. Yeah. Right.
So you guys switch the devices so that you have sound on the other window. Over the course of, we'll say, the next hour, 2 hours, you notice that from the front entrance side, it seems that at this point, it's been 5 hours ish since you guys have first started observing this. The like hour or so that you guys were out buying parts, and then the back and forth and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The vehicle has pulled up, and the other 2 other guards have switched out. So it seems like every 4 hours they have like a guard rotation of 2 of the guards at a time. You also notice when the second group of guards switch out, the 2 that were out on the balcony at this point, you catch this time that they go inside, and 2 guards from inside come out. So it looks like there's like this constant rotation from inside, outside, and then to wherever else they're working. So there's at least 2 guards in the building and 4 guards out on the
Balconies.
balconies. Yes, thank you. You guys have the microphone pointed to the window. This time, he gets, over the course of this time, he gets another hollow call, and there's some mundane stuff that couple of his guards come in, and there's like just some a small exchange about exchanging of pleasantries, basically, like informing them of personnel movement on at other facilities. Nothing that really jumps out as important information. It's all very mundane sort of conversation. He does get another HoloNet call.
I gotta go to the bathroom. Tychus is taking a nap, so I continue.
Okay. This time, when the HoloNet appears, the figure that is on the hologram appears to be masked, like not wearing a mask, but it's sort of a crypto communication sort of thing, so that it's the face is like scrambled, but it looks to be a tall humanoid figure wearing like expensive like nobleman's robes almost. And you pick up the conversation where they ask how the movement of pilgrims to Syria is going, and once again, this time the person that Kade is talking to, he's very much being supplicant to this individual. You don't know. It doesn't look like he's a member of the Blades, but he's obviously someone that Kade takes orders from, and not vice versa. Kade responds that they're going to be leaving to pick up some more pilgrims within the next day. And the person on the phone, and again, it's all masked, so it comes across this, very mechanical, like mumbled sort of thing. Says that they need to be aware. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. The Celiac clan is starting to move against them. To which Kade responds that yes, we've they attacked some of their mercenaries attacked one of our warehouses earlier in the day. We had captured who you asked us to get, but he escaped. And then the hologram responds, "My masters will be most displeased with this failure. I will be letting..." Where's my notes here? "The leader of the Crimson Blades. I'll be letting him know of your failures. Our plan must continue. The Celiacs must lose control of this section of Nar Shaddaa, our plans are to continue. If you cannot handle this, we will find someone who can. And then the hologram, boop, disconnects.
Celiac?
Can you
Yeah,
can you type out Celiac?
Who are they? Would that be the Hut clan we're working for?
It's
Like people who got like
no,
celiac
no.
disease, can't eat gluten.
Where is my? I'm gonna try and.
I mean, I don't know if a hut can eat gluten anyways.
Huts can eat anything.
I've seen a hut eat another hut. It was disturbing, deeply.
I am more than likely pronouncing this wrong. I apologize. This is what happens when you dig into Star Wars lore and don't make everything up on your own.
I have no idea what it's about. So
And of course, it didn't save my. The.
The spelling doesn't necessarily matter as long as we know what it is.
It's the same hut. It's arguably the most powerful Hut clan at this point. It's the same Hut clan as Jabba the Hutt.
Oh yeah, that how you pronounce it?
I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the problem.
Desilijik.
Desiljak? Desiljak?
Desiljik?
Desilijik?
Desilijik. Desilijik.
Yes.
I mean, that's how it sounds like to me.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Whatever. Yeah, it's whatever.
I mean, that's fine.
But just Jabba the Hutt's currently like sort of second in command of that Hutt clan.
Okay.
We might be in big doo-doo now.
Counterpoint, if these guys are on the bad side of the Silijiks, that means that's good for us.
Potentially,
Didn't they even mention
depending on
that
who it is,
though?
though.
Didn't they even mention that at the beginning that Jabba had his fingers in this pie, in this ice cade and Gearge pie?
Gluto is a low-ranking member of the same clan.
I see.
Desiljik. That's what I'm gonna say
Cool.
from now on. So you've
Yeah,
got
I see.
Gluto, relatively low-ranking. You go up quite a ways. There's Jabba, and then there's the current leader, whose information I love OneNote. It's great, but apparently it didn't save my notes for Gluto's. whole
It's
fucking
not
thing.
important at the moment.
Yeah, he's not important at the moment. But he's the big dude in charge. Probably more than likely, unless you guys are into Hut hierarchies, it wouldn't even matter to your characters at this point anymore.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Do you guys relay that information to us for conlinks?
Yeah,
Yes.
of course.
Maybe-
You'll hear Dev ask, can you repeat that Zabrak description again?
He's got a scar on the left side of his face. He's got a cybernetic eye on the left side of his face. Otherwise, kind of hard to make him out.
I was gonna ask, the clothing that the other guy was the mask guy was wearing, would that be unique to any planet?
Go ahead and give me a. Where's my knowledge skills here? List. I don't think this is a full list. This is some bullshit.
Core worlds.
Yeah, I I tried to come prepared today, and I've got a list of all the skills, so I don't have to keep opening character sheets to look. And of course, I don't think this is an actual full list.
Core worlds, education, lore, outer rim, underworld, xenology, and warfare.
I would say give me a core worlds will work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there may be a few key differences, but did he describe Gearge?
He could have honestly described anyone. You do not remember Gearge with a scar?
Was that
Or what a cybernetic guy?
I'm sorry, what's that?
I was gonna
Not-
say,
not-
was I? Oh, sorry.
I don't know who he was asking.
I didn't catch. Somebody asked the question after I said it could have been anybody. You don't remember Gearge having a scar?
Yeah, I asked. Basically, I don't remember him having either a scar or cybernetic guy, right?
No.
That's all I wanted to know.
But at the same time, you do know that he went on that job, and you thought he had died. So it could.
Yeah,
be him.
I know. I suspect.
And do I know anything about, or do any of us know anything about this Silria?
You could give me a outer rim check, and there was the planet, and they also mentioned pilgrims. So
Yeah, Pilgrims to Silria. Being picked up in the next day.
core worlds. Go ahead. Give me a normal difficulty, 2 purples. I'm sorry about that
2 purples,
Yep.
okay.
for the core worlds check.
And I'm outer rim, that's right.
Yeah, for the outer rim, for the outer rim, give me 1 second. Let me tackle this one at a time. For the core
Sure.
worlds check, you watch the recording of this, the conversation, and while the style of dress is fairly common, stupid OneNote, come back here. Where's my notes at here? Sorry, guys.
That's-
It does come from it's sort of focused around the area of space, like sort of northward of the galactic core. Not overly familiar with all of the planet names out there, but along the around Alderaan, it's fairly common. Yabol, like that area, sort of the northeastern core region.
Did he also have like an upper class accent, or
It was
say?
it was completely masked. It just sounded
Oh,
very like computerized, masked. The sort of thing that you if you're watching somebody in an interview or something where their identity's hidden, it's, yes, I totally,
Yeah, because I was theorizing that he might be an imperial official or something.
I was gonna say, if you brought that up, can I check the core worlds? Because that's where I'm from. So maybe I don't know.
Yes. For you, I'm going to say 1 difficulty with a boost die.
Maybe I should have picked xenology. Because I'm from like the unknown region, so I don't know.
Yes, you recognize Tychus. You recognize the style of dress pretty well. It's sort of a updated style of what you sort of grew up seeing in your area. It's not quite the same. You haven't been home in quite some time.
Yeah, about 5 years. Well, I mean, there was that one time, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
it's
kind
been
of
a while, but
that's
yeah,
like
it's
deep core. That's deep core close
yeah,
of this mystery contact.
right. It's
So
the it's
whoever this is, they're definitely living in the deep core, which means that they probably got connections, especially if they have reason to talk to somebody like Cade this far out on the rim.
Does the clan we work for are they unofficially aligned with the Empire or unofficially opposed towards the Empire, or like a kind of enemy in a sense?
with all of the huts sort of together, it's sort of convoluted. They, on the surface, bow to Imperial will, but they still maintain their own space. You could argue it's a loose alliance, but there's a lot of corruption on both sides. So it's
I mean, like if it's any indication, we are told when we're pursuing people that we don't go into that space.
Yeah. So
Not because that would be in danger, but it's generally understood that they can police themselves. That's what my boss would always say.
yeah. So I was gonna say perhaps they might be using the Crimson Blades to subvert the Hutt's dominance on the planet potentially, like using them as a sort of foothold or something.
Maybe.
Could
Yeah.
be. That's
Uh,
good.
That's uh, that's probably not our pay grade, so I don't know. There's something to think about.
Sorry. What was my difficulty for the Celia roll?
I'm gonna say difficulty 2.
Okay.
How do you spell that? Sorry, I was gone for what he was saying. Can I get a quick rundown of what he was talking about? The mystery man.
Yeah, he said this mysterious humanoid figure asked Cade how the movement of pilgrims to Silria was going. And they're going to pick up more pilgrims the next day. That's what Cade said.
How do you
Okay.
spell that?
Oof.
Damn. Damn.
So what's this planet?
Holy
How many
shit.
people live on it? Apparently give us the number to the tens.
Okay.
Tell us how to
Just look it up
spell
on Wikipedia. You know everything. No.
Good luck, Jim.
It's YLESIA. I'm just gonna write that in the chat here.
Yeah,
Why? Fuck.
It is located. I'm just gonna use north, south, east, and west for directions here because I don't know
That's fine.
forward, spinward, blah blah blah. If you leave Narshada and travel on the Shagpabol hyperspace lane, Yasilia is on that hyperspace lane heading east towards the outer edge of the galaxy. It is well known as a destination for pilgrims who believe in where's my shit here? Stupid notes.
Oh, Elysia. Okay.
Is there supposed to be an I after the L?
YLESIA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, Elysia.
Yes.
Yes. V3 just shows us that page.
Pilgrims travel there that are part of the cult of the one and the all. They follow priests that profess an exaltation that sort of frees them. There's a lot of rumors flying around, especially in this area of space, that they're all
Sounds like a
crazy
suicide
people.
cult.
Yeah, they're considered very crazy people, but you know, you travel to any fairly destitute system at this point, and you have a decent odds of running into a priest of the cult. Um, it's also being that you got such a fucking high score, it's also linked to a lot of spice trade. Um, Nothing has been really publicized or is well known about the connection there, but it's, you know, one of the things with hut spaces. It's known for you know, smuggling and spice trade and all that stuff as it is. So it's sort of hard to separate just hut space in general from this planet, especially when it comes to the cult and the pilgrims and the priests and all that other stuff. But there's a lot of rumors, you know, flying around. But you definitely know where the planet is. You definitely know it's sort of a swampy planet, and it's yeah, it's highly regarded amongst sort of the crazy quote unquote cultists that travel there as being, you know, this paradise.
It's highly regarded among crazy cultists. I would rate this cultist destination a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 would drink the Kool-Aid again.
I mean, I can't, but you know,
Yeah, but I would.
I would if I was still alive.
Good to know.
So that brings us back. We have more information now.
Yep.
But that
Uh,
still does nothing for how we're gonna go inside unless we're gonna try to sync up the timing with one of the guard shifts.
I am gonna say too, because man, you got a lot of successes. While it is the planet is a sort of a haven for these cultists, pilgrims they call themselves, it is also under the control of the Basadi huts, which is sort of the main rival of the Deseljik hut clan. They've been sort of poking at each other for forever.
The Elysia planet mentioned appears to be, by my records, a harbor for a religious sect known to be cultic and also associated with spice trade. Of note, there is some association with the Hut clan opposed to the Desillogic. This perhaps is the connection we were looking for. They may be supported by the spice trade on Elysia through these huts.
Okay, this is good information. We should probably make sure to bring it to whoever is paying our checks. But right now, our mission was still to make sure Kate is dead, right?
Pretty much.
If they are planning a movement of pilgrims in the next day, perhaps we may co-opt that movement.
I mean, we don't know
All right,
they
who wants to
bring
act
them
like an insane
here.
cultist? Raise your hands.
I mean, I can do that.
Okay, no hands. All right, that's fine.
You can't see me. I'm on the other side of the fucking
Well, then you
place.
gotta say you raise your hand.
Wait, we're pretending to be cultists.
Yes, you gotta really ramp up the crazy.
Uh,
Yeah, see, he doesn't see that. That's not the sort of answer I'm looking for.
I'm totally crazy.
So crazy. No. I think our best bet so far is timing or jumping one of the ship what do you call it? Cars, I guess.
We could try and tail one, see where they go.
And
Next guard change, we'll follow in the truck and see where they go. And
okay, then come on
Yeah.
our side so we can actually leave after them.
yeah, Because if we know where they go, then we might be able to intercept the truck and sneak aboard as guards.
Exactly.
All right, that'll be a good plan.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Anyone else? Any complaints? Raise your hands now, or be silent forever. Good.
Okay, no hands. All right, let's do it. That's our plan. It only took
Yep.
us an hour. 2 hours. An hour and a half. All right.
Do you guys want to take a quick 5-10 minute break, then get going, or you guys just want to play through?
I'm good for a break.
Okay. Yeah.
Take a little break.
What's that?
Yeah, so take a little break. That's fine.
All right. We're just gonna take a 10-minute break. Be back here in 10 minutes, and we'll get going. As you guys. I just want to make sure that I got what you guys are planning here. You guys are going to wait for the next changing of the guards.
Yes.
And then chase down the vehicle.
Yes.
Try and beat those guards up, get the vehicle or whatever, and then come back and pretend that you're guards.
Yep.
Pretty
More
much.
or less.
Sounds like it.
Okay.
And when we're coming back at the shift change
Yes.
Okay.
time slot.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Okay. 10-minute break.
Yeah. Agree.
Because then we can always intercept them on the route. A bit
Mhm.
easier than trying to chase after them.
At least we get a bonus info and see what other plays they might have.
What kind of vehicle is it that they were driving?
We'll find out.
It was sort of a smaller, generic civilian like airspeeder. Relatively fast, but not made for combat, not really made for handling. If you're gonna like chase them down, it's probably going to be like you're gonna have to outpilot them, outmaneuver them, lock them in somewhere. If it comes down to a straight up like speed chase, you're at this point with the speeder truck, even though it's slightly beefier than your average speeder truck, it's still kind of on the slow side of things.
That's what I'm saying. We watched their route,
Yeah.
and then we hit them on the way back.
Like we follow them stealthily, or sort of stealthily. We just follow them and see where they stop, and when they go back, that's where we intercept them.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that?
What's the plan for intercepting? Because we're probably gonna be
I was-
floating in the air. It's not exactly
gonna
as.
I was gonna say we intercept them when they stop, like when they reach their destination, like their original destination, like their first destination.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully, it's not a guard outpost.
That's what I'm saying. Like if it is something that is already busy with stuff, we're gonna have to intercept them on the way. I mean, we can just. No, we can't crash our car into theirs because we need their car intact. We can just jump on their car. It's fine. They do it all the time in the movies.
That'll definitely go well.
I know.
All right. So you guys, unless you got something else going on, you guys wait until the next changing of the guards happens.
Mhm.
I'm assuming you guys meet back up so that you're all like in the vehicle.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys can move your own tokens. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Back.
Welcome back. You guys hear that?
Yeah, it's from the game.
You guys wait for the next changing of the guards. Speeder pulls up. You see the and do you pick up your recording stuff, or are you leaving that
just
run?
leave it.
Or
Leaving them run. Might as well.
Yeah.
okay. So you see the speeder car kind of pull up. Same thing that's happened a few times now. Two guards get on the vehicle. You can see that there's one pilot. Now that you've got the thing, they get in sort of the back seat of the vehicle and pull away.
We go after them
Nice.
Okay.
Alright.
at a normal, non-chasing pace. We just keep pace with them at a safe distance.
I'll drive casual. Don't worry. I got that.
If you want, I can drive.
You can drive if you want.
Just saying that we have that option.
And if you want to drive, feel free.
Okay.
Okay. So there's. Let's just set this up here so that we know who's doing what here. Where's my drawing thing? I'm just gonna real quick and dirty. I'm gonna draw the.
You might want to pick a different color. Just saying.
Oh, is that hard to see?
Mm-hmm.
Kinda, yeah.
Maybe
White
white.
is gonna work amazingly well there.
Ideally white with black outline, but you can't really do that usually.
No, roll 20 won't let me do that.
No. You'd think more places would allow that because that is literally the best font color.
Let's do it this way.
I'll be in the back.
How's
There
that?
we go.
So
Something.
we've got 3 spots, and I'm going to. Why won't it let me? move this in
I'm
the
back.
basically making it out to be like I'm driving because you're a better shot than me. So if we ever go in need to be in a
That's true.
So you've got 2 official seats in the front. You can fit 3 because it's kind of a bench seat sort of thing. I know the picture doesn't necessarily show that, but
All right,
screw the picture.
shotgun then.
yeah.
And then you've got
I'll be shotgun.
several spots in the back. You can fit the whole party back there if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm driving, so I'll be around here, I guess.
Sure. And then Rin, you're in the back, or you want to squeeze into the front?
Is there a side door in the back?
There's a back door. Real quick, the truck with the logo and stuff on it, like the speeder trucks are like a broad category. The back is removable, so you could like take the top off and make it more like a pickup or flatbed kind of truck.
No, that's okay. I was thinking more in the ones of a van, like you know how it has like a side door you can open.
No, not a side door. It's got a back door.
Okay, I'll go in the passenger seat because I've got the rifle, like I've got the carbine.
Oh shit, well then you should be in front. I'll sit in back.
Got a fucking carbine. Oh yeah, last session. That's right.
I'll sit in back with V3.
Yeah, you guys seem to be getting along.
Y'all seem to know like V3, but I like V3.
I never said I
Oh,
don't like 3.
I like V3.
Same.
So you guys
gotta give
have to-
validation.
You guys have determined this ahead of time. Otherwise, all this argument, that car's long gone.
Yes, we agreed on this before.
Yeah.
All of this discussion was while we were planning this little
Yeah.
heist.
So you guys hop in the vehicle and you're just tailing it. The other vehicle's just driving casual in the flow of traffic for the sake of seeing if you're spotted conspicuously following them or not. I'm gonna ask for an easy piloting check.
Sure. Easy means 1 purple.
1 purple, yes. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, let me clear that. Those 2 dice that were not there, that aren't supposed to be there, and piloting planetary.
Okay.
I'd say it goes pretty well.
Yeah. And do you want to use your advantage for anything? It doesn't necessarily have to be mechanics related. It could be plot related. With 3 advantage, that's fairly significant.
Basically, I just make sure that there's like don't suspect anything.
Okay. Yeah, you follow them, maintaining a good distance, weaving in and out of traffic, so that they don't really notice you behind them, but maintaining enough of a visual on them. Losing sight of them a couple of times, but only for a few short seconds, just to sort of block your line of sight to them, so that they can't, pick up on you. You're tailing them. After a few minutes, they pull around. And stop at a fairly skeevy casino out in front. You can see there are a decent amount of people coming back and forth. It's not the most popular spot, but there's always people looking to lose some money in a casino. Just at a quick glance, it seems like just from the guards and stuff walking around out front, there's not a lot, and they're like really low level, like just thug types pulling security, bouncers basically. But you do notice on a few of them, probably all of them, but you only notice it on a couple of guys in your quick observation. They have the red sword like at their side. As soon as the vehicle pulls down, you can see the two guys get out of the back. Two other guys begin to get into the vehicle. Are you guys just maintaining your distance, or are you pulling up to the casino, or?
I think the initial plan was that we maintain distance and see what route they follow.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause then if they use the same route, then we can, like, basically stage an ambush.
Yeah.
Okay. You follow them back. They follow almost the exact same route back to the stronghold. Again, you guys sort of weave in and out of traffic, maintaining good visibility on your target. Doesn't seem that they've noticed you. They're, again, with the flow of traffic. They
Wait. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wait a second. Are they like, after they got the casino thing, they just went straight back?
Yeah. The vehicle pulled up. Dropped those two guys off. Two other guys got in, and it's heading back to drop those guys off back at the stronghold.
I thought it was is the drive here, was it like a few hours?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes tops. It wasn't that far away. 10, 15 minutes is a long time. Yeah, it was maybe 5 minutes down the road. It wasn't long at all. It was more.
Because you said the guard shift is every like 4 hours.
Every 4 hours. Yep.
Okay.
If they drop those two guys off. Are you continuing to follow the vehicle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The vehicle heads back in the same direction towards that casino, but it drives past the casino to like the next building over, that appears to be like an apartment building, and just pulls up in like the parking garage area, like off to the side of this building, and just pulls in. You guys sort of slowly drive by, sticking with the flow of traffic. You see the vehicle park, and the driver get out, and he's sort of whistling and, did his job for the day, just ferrying people back and forth. You can continue to drive by or do something else if you'd like.
I think we'll drive by out of view for now, so you can talk while we're in the area.
Okay.
And just stop like around the block or somewhere nondescript.
Okay.
Okay. So what's the plan? Do we
We
just
could
take
take
their
the
car? Do we ambush them?
we could take the vehicle and just fly back there. Is the speeder open topped?
No, it's hard topped. It's got the driver's seat in the front, and then it's got two like passenger seats behind it.
Okay.
It's a fairly small, just civilian like car.
Here's another idea.
basically.
I was gonna
Here's
say
another idea.
if we had some there's Crimson Blades, we could just get them and just drive and say that they wanted extra security because of the recent attack in that warehouse.
Right. Here's
Run it
another
back.
idea. We could capture the driver and have him drive us there. And if they ask any questions through the comms, through the vehicle's comms, he would just say that it's I don't know. We'll come up with it.
Yeah,
when
that's a pretty
it comes.
good idea.
The drive
pretty
has
good.
nothing to use.
I think we should go with Rin's idea.
I'm
Okay.
not trying to interject anything here, but I do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I vaguely recall, and maybe I'm misremembering. And I really hope that I'm not misremembering because that could
Just
really
say it.
screw some shit up.
Yeah.
Didn't somebody like steal some of the guards' clothes or something when you guys hijacked that?
I don't remember that.
Okay, I'm
No, I
misremembering.
believe
Sorry.
Rin and me took a blade. Let me
Rin
check.
searched him
Yeah.
and took the carbine, but I don't think we took
Okay.
his clothes.
Okay.
Guy that
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
I'm pretty sure she took a
Was it-
blade as well, but I'm not sure.
No.
No.
And he took the gun. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It was that one Barabel or whatever, or just whoever it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
but
Yeah. I don't know where I got
Yeah,
that
never
idea from, and I do want to say real quick, I appreciate you guys being honest there, because you guys really could have fucked
Yeah, no.
fucked with me
We
on
never
that
did.
one.
I mean, yeah, we know where they pick them up. So I say we wait because they're gonna be waiting for pickup. So we just beat them up before they do that. We take their clothes and we pass as guards,
Okay.
or at least their little swords. Do they have like a uniform, like or is it just like the swords?
No, they don't really have a uniform. It's just it's the sort of the
All we
gang
need are the
colors
swords.
kind of
Shit,
thing. Yeah.
you know what that means? We don't need to explain blaster marks on clothes. So
Yeah.
at least
Uh,
I think a couple of street dogs are about to have an accident here.
So what? Do we go in the casino and trap them in the bathroom?
Not a good idea.
We
There's
could
probably
just
security in the casino, and
we could
we'll
just
get in
fly around
trouble
the
if we start fights.
we could just fly around the district and see if there's any thugs walking around, and we could just beat them
It's
up and
true.
take their stuff.
So we just fly around now looking for Scarlet Blades?
Well, I mean, they must be around here. This seems to be kind of where they all hang out. So
Can I do any kind of check of like the HoloNet or any of the other news outlets to figure out like places that Scarlet Blades have been known to like cause mischief or spend time? Like we could find some on their lonesome.
Here's a crazy idea.
I would say just from the investigating that you guys have done so far, with looking at for specific people when you did the stuff for the warehouse and all that other stuff, you would have gleaned from that sort of this whole section of the city is sort of like their quote unquote territory. So if you go almost anywhere, you'd be able to find somebody. Now, if you want to find like a specific place that might be, what's the word I'm looking for?
Like a discreet back alley or
yeah,
equivalent?
like some place where it's not like a central location where you're going to run into a lot of resistance, where like maybe like a couple of them are drunk at a bar or something. Then I'd have you do like a streetwise check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say easy difficulty, 1 purple. With all the investigation that you guys have already done working with this case, I'm gonna throw in a boost die.
Here's a crazy idea while you do that. We could maybe go to the warehouse that we crashed a vehicle into and see if there's any dead guys with scarlet blades.
I'd like to think that by now, because it's been a couple days.
Yeah.
I
If
I
I
feel
decide
like
to
if they
street
left
sweep them up,
people there for a couple of days and like shit, these guys are fucking so like that's fucked up.
I know. Oh man.
Um, you can't like figure out just from the stuff that you've done hard like 100%, but you have a vague idea of some generic locations, just with the advantage. You got no successes on that, so nothing specific, but they Crimson Blades on Nar Shaddaa, like, they're surprisingly inept for how successful they've been. So you sort of get a general idea that, like, if you go to any, like, shit bar, you might be able to find some dumb fuck that's just, causing problems. Now,
Right.
you don't know, like, where the tougher guys are, or where, like, the street leadership, or where their strongholds necessarily are. Like, you might walk into a bar thinking that, oh, there's, hey, there's a guy over there, and it could turn out to be, like, a controlled, like, bar that has a bunch of security people around. But you can't, but you just get a general idea. You go to any bar, you can probably find somebody.
Guys, keep in mind, there's there's like two types of blades they keep at their thing. There's like the grunt type, which is basically non-functional, it's just for decor, and the elites have an actual usable thing.
maybe we could just go to just a random shop and buy some plastic swords.
I
And
feel
then paint them red.
I don't know if they'd buy that.
Just paint them red.
I don't have the craze for that kind of shit. Let's just look
Ah.
for a couple of schmucks and take their swords.
Okay, apparently as far as distracting them enough to shoot them in the back and take their swords, apparently we're all insane enough to make it past. So keep them interested for a good long while. So I say we just try and find a couple that are out on their own,
Mm-hmm.
and we just distract them, drag them get them into an alley somehow, and then just shoot them.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just stun shoot them or just kill them?
Shoot them.
Shoot
Okay.
them. Doesn't matter how.
Okay.
all right. So you guys are just gonna cruise around looking for trouble?
For Scarlet Trouble, yes.
All right. You guys cruise around for a couple of minutes, just looking at dive bars and stuff. As you're passing some really decrepit just dive cantina. Like, it's the music coming out of it is just horrible. You see three guys sort of like get thrown out by the bouncer. They're obviously drunk on I don't know, synthahol or whatever the hell it is you drink in Star Wars.
Booze.
Yeah, they're
Drunk.
Yeah, they're hammered. And they get tossed out, and he's like, "Hey, we're Crimson Blade, you're gonna fucking pay for this." And then they, the guy just kind of pushes.
Meanwhile,
them
I'm just like checking the power cell on my blast, and like, this is so easy.
You see the one turn to the other. He's like, "Let's go find someplace else to fucking. Let's go pick up some fucking strippers or some shit." And they start like fumbling down the street.
Wait, are they armed?
Uh,
Do they have any?
Doesn't
Like
matter. We go
pistols?
after them.
I mean, it's Nar Shaddaa. Everybody's armed. They don't look
Okay.
like heavily armed. They've got your basic blaster pistols and that sort of
Okay.
thing.
Man, all of your
Yes.
NPCs are drunk.
Uh,
All right, cool.
Sorry.
I guess we stop the van and get out and follow after them.
Oh,
guess.
I approach casually from the back, like
Yeah.
close in on them.
I'm gonna maybe aim like I'm gonna be at medium range and aim at them.
Okay.
Wait. Let's try and get them off of just the street first.
That's why I'm
Okay,
approaching them.
Oh, okay. Who's the best talker? Like who's good at talking?
I think me.
Okay. Maybe suggest for them to go to a back alley where there's a really good cantina. I guess.
We'll see. So I approach them. Like, hey buddies.
What do you want?
Oh, I saw you have some issues there. Couldn't get a good drink in there. I know a place if you want to follow me.
Who are you?
Asperger's in town.
What? Go ahead and give me a charm.
Best talker.
Charm check. Let me. I lost my sheet here. My character sheet. Where's my people? These three guys. Charm check. Wow. These guys are not bright. One difficulty, and because they're hammered and belligerent, I'm going to throw in a setback die, so one black one. And you know what? Just because I'm a dick, I'm going to upgrade that difficulty with my plethora of dark side points, so that's a red die.
I was gonna use the light side for sure. So it's one red, one black, and no purples.
Yes.
Okay. Since you did that, let's just play it safe. I'll take 2 strain
Okay.
and use the new thing that I just got, which is called something that I forgot. Cunning persona, which means that I suffer 2 strain to make a charm check with my cunning instead of presence.
Okay.
So I'll make the normal roll, but also add another green to it because my cunning is better by 1.
Okay.
Charm. What did I roll? Ah, that's pretty good.
Oh, fuck.
Never mind.
Well,
All right.
It was pretty good until I saw the last one.
This is why I love this system.
still technically
It
succeeded.
is a success. So you say to these guys, yeah, just, just follow me. I'm the best talker in town. It's a great place. And like, all right, there better be women there. And you.
Yeah, don't you see her? And I point towards Rin.
Okay, that was my plan B, but it's nice to know we're making that plan A.
So you start leading them into like this alley.
Yeah.
On like beside the building around the corner, and as you go down this alley,
I mean, you can just turn around and shoot, but sure. Go ahead and finish what you were gonna say.
coming out of behind like a space dumpster is a larger looking gentleman. Seems to be inebriated as well as he stumbles out, but not at the same level of these guys. And he steps out from around the side and he's like, "What are you guys doing? You're supposed to be on duty!" Yelling at the three guys.
I shoot him.
Okay.
Best talker in town, Jesus.
It was a good roll. Up until the despair.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I guess
did we follow them into the alley?
Wait, how deep is the alley?
How busy is the alley?
I mean, how deep is the alley? Like how far in did they
Oh.
walk?
They did not go too far in. They got sort of out of view of the rest of the street. I assume that you guys stayed sort of off to the distance back there, unless you want to.
No, I set off into the distance.
Okay, let me put up the combat actions thingy.
And at this point, I'm going to have everyone, if I can find my initiative tracker, there it is.
Where did I put those
Clear
though?
this out,
Oh,
remove all turns. Yes, clear the list. At this point, I'm going to have everybody roll initiative. I am going to say the street toughs are right behind. That was Dav that went in the alley, right?
Yeah.
Dav is at close range with the street toughs, and at so not engaged but short range with the street toughs. The gang leader is also at short range from Dav, and then you guys. Let me just grab my not that. Where's my thingy? Come on, piece of garbage. And let's do white lines this time.
Would this be vigilance?
This would be vigilance, yes.
Ah, cool.
they still get a first shot because I catch them by surprise.
So you are here, close range to these guys. This guy's at medium range.
Is this taking place within sight or sound of the speeder we came in?
I would say
Or around
so,
the
yeah,
corner.
definitely, especially once blasters start flying, yeah, definitely within sound of that.
Okay.
But it's Nashidar, so people are getting shot all the time.
Yeah, probably nobody's going to pay any attention. Probably.
It doesn't really matter for me if I'm cool or vigilant because it's the same, so I'll just roll cool. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh boy. Of course. Oh, wait. I don't know why I have the difficulty things.
It's just a roll initiative. It's a separate tab. In combat.
Hmm?
Initiative is a separate tab in combat.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, piece of garbage, get out here.
I clicked the initiative, but I just had the modifiers on. So just remove the.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
So basically, if
I did
if
the
you can
same.
modify that on my thing, it would be. I'll just re-roll it, but it would be 1 success and 2 advantages.
Which one was your roll? It only says PC. I'm sorry, I was.
It's a PC. Is the PC with 0 2? It should be 1 success.
1 success.
Yeah.
And 2.
And 2 advantages.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got 3 advantages and 1 success.
What? Oh yeah. No, 2 successes.
Just go ahead and roll, and I'll put the thing in. The problem with this, I don't know how to just add a thing in here. So.
Because I'm not sure you should have the difficulty, or did you guys have difficulty when rolling initiative?
No, you don't roll.
Accent.
Yeah, you shouldn't have any difficulty.
Yeah, so you basically have
Yeah.
2 successes and 3 advantages. So it's the PC with 1 3, it should be 2 3. There you go.
And
It's easy to forget about the dice pool.
Yeah.
okay. I'm still missing someone.
V3?
V3's not participating. He's gonna hang back from this one. Or do you want initiative anyway?
Yeah, still roll initiative. Sorry.
Okay.
Guys, don't get me wrong, it worked great. Like, I got them where we wanted them. I just didn't expect there to
No,
be.
you did a really good job. You did a really good job, Rin. You still got that stun grenade? You did a real good job, Dev. Now just you're gonna be taking a nap for a little bit. That's fine though.
Okay.
Dude, I got them where we wanted them.
No, yeah. It was good job. But again, Rin, please, do you have that stun grenade I gave you?
Um.
You
and-
got them all right in one place surrounding you, so catch.
I'm gonna say the vehicle is also at medium range, but kind of around the corner. So, who's where here? Everybody else is just with the vehicle.
I mean, I guess we would have probably followed.
Yeah,
V3
yeah.
would probably be by the vehicle, so we'd probably be like over here-ish.
So, let me remind myself what you can do. There's an action and a maneuver, right?
Yeah, you get one action, one maneuver. You can use your action as a maneuver. To get 2 maneuvers, you can take 2 strain, I believe, to get a second.
Yeah, I
maneuver.
have the thing in front of me now.
Okay.
So my next question is as follows. Do I get a shot out of initiative?
No.
Because
as you're pulling your gun and shooting, that's when the initiative starts. So you could use the first PC initiative slot because they like sort of it's a slow-mo sort of thing at this point.
Damn it.
Yeah, sorry,
Get a
I'm being a
freebie.
dick. And Rin, where are you at? Are you with Tychus?
Yeah, probably here. I guess.
Okay. So you guys
that-
are short range from Dav, but medium range from the Tufts, and long range from the well, no, you guys are this system sometimes. The gang leader is still at medium range from you guys. I know it's a little bit confusing, but like the range bands sort of expand as it goes out. So
So I mean, yeah.
yeah,
short range from Dav.
yeah,
Well, short range from Dav, medium range.
medium range from the grunts and long range to the leader.
Wait, aren't the grunts right next to Dev?
Yeah, but like to get, yeah, you know
They're
what?
in close range with him though, which means that they'd probably still be within short range because there's close range or engaged.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Engaged.
Yeah, engaged is goofy because engaged is like not the way that I look at it, and if you guys feel differently, we'll adjust. But I always looked at it as engaged as not really a range band, but more of a
Melee.
yeah. So it's like the maneuver to get in and out of engaged is more about like positioning within short range. You know what I mean? So like the maneuver to get out of engaged is like to move away from the guy without getting punched in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't want to necessarily start him engaged because they weren't like fighting. This is the problem with the range.
Because I assumed that they were like right next to, because they were like right behind him. I'd assumed.
Yeah, you know what? Let's switch these two. Yep, you're right. And in that case, we'll sort of move this guy on the line because he is still medium range.
Because I mean, they could theoretically both be in the same short range, like one range band away from us. Even if they're different range from each other, they could still be in the same band.
Let me do some mental computations here. So yeah, you got the street toughs. They're like right in front of you, so they're going to be short range. Dav is right with them. He's also going to be short range from you guys. And the gang leader is going to be short range from Dav, but medium range from you guys because he's sort of further down the alley. But they're short range also from all of you guys. They're short range except for V3. And the gang leader is short range from Dav, but medium range from you guys.
Okay. So who's gonna go first?
I kind of assume it was me because
Yeah.
I just.
Hey, that's what I assumed as well. But I'd like to go after you though.
Sure. So I shoot. Who do I shoot? I guess I already said I shoot the gang leader. I'm not gonna take it back now. So I'm gonna make an attack roll on him, right? Where is the thing?
Yep.
Combat. Wait, it's not in combat. It's. Oh, it is in combat. There you go. Do I have any difficulty if I shoot him? Is it
Short range with
1?
the. Yeah, short range. Yeah, it's gonna be 1.
Okie dokie.
Holy shit. You like immediately sort of
Miss.
just start blasting at this guy as he steps out from behind the star dumpster, just shooting wildly. You do not manage to hit him at all, but you've got a lot of crazy advantage to spend here.
How does that even happen?
You got 4 agility? Oh fuck!
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey. Let me see. What can I do? Let me read up a bit. Oh, I guess I can recover 1 strain, huh? Or okay. Or I can perform an immediate free maneuver. Okay. Cool.
Keep in mind you can use it for like narrative stuff too, like the
Yeah,
lists
yeah, yeah.
that you're looking at
So,
are suggestions.
What I'm gonna do is my aim is so all over the place that I shoot some boxes from the dumpster in between us, and I roll back
Okay.
and maybe try to find some semblance of cover. And I would like to also use an advantage or how many it takes to give Rin a name bonus on whatever her action is. A bonus thingy. A
Okay.
bonus die. So if it's possible for me to move somewhere around here. Roll out.
If you're just yeah, it would be 1 maneuver to move a range band. It would be another maneuver to get into cover technically, but with the advantage,
You can
could
use the
that to
advantages
get-
for a free maneuver.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you're in cover.
Yeah.
Let me just put a mark on here so that I can remember that for when I'm making my rolls. I'm just going to use that as cover. Okay. Next player.
So I guess is there cover nearby?
Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of boxes, detritus stuff in the alley. You can dump behind dump behind a jumpster.
Yeah.
You know.
I do that. Then I shoot at the gang leader.
Okay.
So how many setback dice? Or disadvantage?
No setback at this point, but you're at medium range, so the it's going to be a normal diff 2 purples. But you do have a advantage that
You get a blue from me.
yes.
Okay. On blue. Combat. Let's see. I use the carbine and fire.
Okay.
Also, if I have like any advantages left from that, so like 2, 3, 4, whatever, I'd like to use them to recover strain if that's possible. I know it says it's possible, but I'm like
Yeah,
not sure. It relates.
So, yeah, going back, you used 2 for a maneuver. You used 1 to give the next player advantage or
Yeah.
boost. And then I don't remember what else you did there. So that's
The free maneuver was the cover, so I didn't use 3 unless it's like one. I can use any of them to like throw obstacles in the path with my wild shooting.
Yeah, you could use 2 advantage to throw a setback die at the bad guys, and then you can use whatever's left. I think that's 1, 2.
One
3,
more.
4. Yeah, you could recover a strain with that last one. And what's
Yeah, I'll do that.
what's the damage on your carbine? I'm sorry, I don't have that in
On my
front of me.
thing.
On the
Or
carbine.
yeah.
carbine.
Yeah, that's showing for some reason. It's 9.
9.
9 damage. Yep, 9 damage and 3 critical.
Okay, so it's 9, 10, 11. He's got 5 soak. So you sort of duck down beside like some like a light pole that's there, like a thick like conduit of some kind. Like slide up against the wall and just start firing down range. Doing.
If some reason the boost didn't show up.
Oh, go ahead, roll a boost real quick.
Just a
Okay.
boost by itself.
Yep.
It's gonna be empty probably, but or not.
Okay, so you have 2 advantage that you can spend.
Okay. Would it? What do you need for criticals?
If your critical is 3, then you would need 3 advantage to do a critical.
Oh, okay, I get it. I guess I'll give help to our next PC, I guess. For his next, like, give him a boost dice for
Okay.
his next maneuver.
I just went in real quick and got rid of the parenthetical, the carbine. I don't know if that's screwing up the thing there, so on your character sheet. So hopefully that'll fix that problem. I don't know why it screwed up, but it looks like you're, yeah.
Yep.
Maybe that screwed something up. Okay. So NPC's gonna go. He's gonna have a setback. I'm gonna go ahead and make this the gang leader's gonna go ahead and go. Adding a setback to his roll, and he is also going to spend a maneuver to sort of duck down behind that dumpster, giving him defense, and start shooting down the alley at you guys with his blaster pistol. It's a heavy blaster pistol, so you see like it's, you know, the other guys start shooting, and it's like, you know, Star Wars blasters. This one's got a bassier like sound to it as he starts shooting. Just because Dav, you were the one that he saw first, he's shooting at you.
Makes sense.
And you're in cover, so that's a setback. And he fires at you. 7, 8, 9 damage.
Wait, does he have no setbacks?
Oh, I don't know why I didn't put that setback in there. Yeah, you should have a setback. Oh, I forgot to unclick out of it.
Setbacks
Sorry
and
about
what?
that. Setback was blank.
And no difficulty.
Oh, yeah, duh. Jesus, I suck. I'm sorry, guys.
That's okay.
All right.
It's- I forgive you for that one.
Quite significantly. So he fails, but he does have 2 advantage that he is going to use as he ducks down behind the dumpster. He yells at the other 2 guys, "Get in there, fix your fucking problem!" And I'm just going to throw 2 boost die to the street toughs.
You can give more than one dice.
As many advantages as you have, you can throw boost dice.
Got it.
It's the boring way to do things, but
I see.
next player.
I guess me.
Yeah, kill them all.
So Dav is away from all of the toughs, right?
Yes.
How many of them were there?
There are 3 street toughs.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a frag grenade into him.
Okay.
So let's see here.
You have a boost.
Alright. Let me see here. Frag grenade. Frag grenade range light. So short range, right?
Yes.
Okay. See here. And
My God.
oh,
That is ridiculous. That's 8, 9, 10, 11 damage just by itself. Where's my street tough? Let's close that. Street tough. What did I say? 8, 9, 10, 11? Math. So
A
that's
triumph.
7 damage. So you chuck this grenade out there, and one of the street toughs in that group
Oh yeah, I activate blast using this advantages.
okay.
So they all take the way blast works is you take the damage plus the successes. So
Well, this is a minion group. Oh my God.
so if it's a minion group, then if they were in range, if they were all within short range, I guess,
Yeah.
of the grenade, then you basically just do 8 plus successes, and then however many more additional enemies were in short range plus successes, and that's 6 plus the successes. So 11 plus however many 9s that you add total up to their health pool. So what would that be? There were 3 of them, so that'd be what, 29?
Jesus Christ. Yeah,
I'm pretty
that's
sure that blows them all up.
yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, that's. Do you take soak with the extra damage on the other guys, or since it's a minion group, you just do the one soak?
Sorry, each character with the original target suffers wounds equal to the weapon's blast rating. It doesn't say that the soak reduces it, but I would
Okay.
assume soak reduces wounds, so
He's got a soak of 4, so 2 damage for each guy for the blast rating. So that's 11 minus 4, so that's numbers.
plus an additional wound per success as usual for the blast.
Yeah. Oh my God. That
And they just dead.
So the primary target in the area
right.
took 11 damage before soak,
Okay.
and then with blast, every other enemy in that blast radius took 9 damage before soak.
In short range.
In short range? I think so. Maybe.
Or is it in the same?
If the attack is successful and blast activates each character, friend or foe engaged with the original
Okay,
target.
engaged.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, with the initial grenade explosion, one of the guys goes flying, and then each of the other guys takes 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. Oh my God, I don't even know why I'm doing all this math. They're fucking dead. Because even with the soak, you're rolling enough to kill each minion. Even if I take soak into account for each of the additional blast things. So you chuck this grenade into this group of dudes, and it just blows up. All 3 of them go flying, slam up against the wall. They're dead.
I meant for that to happen.
And you still have a triumph.
I would like to draw my blaster and kindly ask the gang leader to not keep fighting, to give it up, to give up the ghost, to drop his weapons essentially.
He steps out
Kindly.
from.
We still have another grenade. Like, I would give up if
Yeah.
I were you.
You hear clickety clack as he drops his pistol on the ground, and you can see this is a beefy little blaster that he's got, and he puts his hands up in the air and steps out from behind the dumpster. He's like, I don't want any trouble. I'll just leave. You guys.
No. Hang on.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to him, and I'm gonna use the stun setting on my gun, just like stun him to knock him out, essentially.
Okay. Rin starts walking up, points the blaster at the guy, and you guys want to do anything? You just letting him go.
Well,
We're letting her
first,
stun him.
I mean,
Yeah,
hang on.
And I was like, before I stun him, I say, this is what happens when you cross the Empire.
You know, I'm gonna let him do that.
Okay. Blast of blue energy shoots out of his weapon. The guy like takes the hit, slumps down, falls to his knees, then off to the on his side with a.
It's basically like Oblivion ragdoll noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Cool. I'm gonna take a look at his blaster there.
Uh.
What's that thing looking like?
The heavy blaster pistol. 7 damage, critical 3, and it's got stun setting. Uses range.
Oh, it's just a
blade.
basic heavy blaster.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's just a basic heavy blaster pistol.
And we want this.
That if you shoot it, is it with heavy?
No, it's
Ranged?
still ranged light.
I mean,
It's just, I mean, it's compared to a regular blaster pistol, it's just 1 more damage.
We can always just leave it in the van, like, and we can just leave.
Yeah, we'll just give it
I
to
mean,
V3 for now.
it wouldn't hurt to have one more. And yeah, V3.
Even if he's not very good at it.
I've also got 2 blasters as well. One I got from the first encounter we had with the gangsters.
We're just
Yeah,
we're just gonna have a sack full of guns. I feel like that's gonna be
We're
Okay,
gonna
wait.
start a weapon trading business
Yeah.
with all the
Always
guns
good
we
to
get from the people we kill.
It's always good to have spares, though.
First things first, I'm not gonna say the classical loot the bodies, but I want to take the blades.
of course.
I guess we look through all their stuff and see what money they have as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys search the bodies. It looks like they spent a good portion of their money in this bar. Searching through all of the bodies, you managed to find 75 credits total amongst the
Give
bodies.
me like 25 of those. Wait, no, give me 30. I gotta pay back V3.
And then each of
yes, we take the blades.
street toughs have a regular blaster pistol, but just because of the grenade, I'm going to be a dick and say 2 of them are
Wrecked.
They're wrecked. Yes, irrevocably damaged. Ugh, that was really hard to say. So between all of the guys, you've got 1 heavy blaster pistol, 1 regular blaster pistol.
Is the energy cells in those wrecked ones? Are they still functional?
Let me do something cheeky here. Where's my dice roller DM thing?
If you took 30 from what 75, that means there's what 45. So that's 15 for me, 15 for Ruin, and 15 for V3. Split evenly.
1 of the blaster pistols, the energy cell in it is still good.
Okay, I take that.
It's around this time that you hear some robotic steps coming around the corner. You see V3's robotic head turn around.
Yeah,
The sound of Blastify has ended. Are there any injuries to attend to?
looking down the alley, the 3 of them turn their heads and look at you, and you can see there are 3 very mangled bodies in the middle of the alley. Smoke is still like curling off of them. One of them's like missing an arm. Like they're wrecked. And then you see another body further up the alley, and Rin sort of standing over it with her carbine in hand.
No, we're all good.
We're good. So let's take their blades and let's go to the driver and tell him that there's been a call for reinforcement. There might be a situation.
Sorry, that last part cut off for me.
Oh, I said that we take the blades, equip them at our side, go to the driver that we know drove them, and tell him that there's been an urgent request for reinforcements. There might be a situation popping up, and they need more people. Should take us there ASAP.
Okay. So is everybody just heading back that way?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's what I tell to the party. If they're
okay,
in
okay.
agreement.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Tagus?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Okay,
Should get
then we
going.
do that.
Because there was a minor explosion that we should probably get away from.
Yeah.
Well,
and
we'll obviously leave. Yeah.
as you guys are walking out of the alley, you see like a small crowd has sort of started to form at the end of the alley. Just they're not really sticking around. Most people are kind of walking by, but like it's one of those like traffic jam sorts of things. People are walking by, but like
Hang on.
slowing down to see what's going on.
I look
just-
back to them. No, hang on.
I
I
just
look
say-
back to everyone and I got this.
Yeah.
This was Imperial business. You better go about your business unless you want to be next.
At that, the small like traffic jam of people like quickly begins to move like at a quicker pace even than normal. Nobody's sticking around at that point.
I think my A's were a little bit. I'm a little bit out of practice.
You don't know if anybody believed you, but they're not taking any chances.
Fair
That
enough.
was pretty believable. You have any experience with Imperial impersonation?
Well, I mean, technically speaking, I don't impersonate. Like
I
on
know, but my
badge.
character doesn't know that.
No, I tell him. It's like technically speaking, I don't impersonate.
Oh,
I got like a little badge, my Sector Ranger badge. Granted, I'm a little bit more mellowed out now, but don't
Wait,
go
so
worry.
you're
I don't give a
Imperial
shit what you
security?
do. It's like basically police.
yeah, that's what I'm asking, basically. Security or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
Wait, how
It's
long have
like
our
the
character?
police that the Imperial Security Bureau doesn't think is important enough to bother with. So
Okay.
How long have we known each other? Like in game?
Not long. Dav obviously like met everybody at the beginning
Session
of the
one.
session yesterday or
Yeah.
whatever.
mhm.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Everybody else has known each other maybe a couple of days. Rin was the sort of longest running crew with MacCready. Everybody else sort of linked up right before coming to this planet to do this job. So it was like they got picked up and then taken here
Okay.
to work.
Did I know he was an Imperial police officer?
Probably not.
No, I don't.
I mean,
Okay, that's all right.
It is
What's this?
fortunate that the local populace does not know that this area is not considered important by Imperial regime.
Do not
no, this
remind
whole
the
sector of space Imperials don't care about, but it's definitely the sort of thing they'd send a hit squad in to take care of somebody. So I think that we should be going though, because Imperials don't loiter and gossip.
I thought we were already moved while we were speaking.
Yeah, you guys, this conversation is happening as you're sort of getting into the truck. And you guys head back to the apartment where you saw the driver park the vehicle. Pulling around, the vehicle's parked in sort of the building's sort of garage. It's still sitting there. The issue that you have at this point is that you don't necessarily know where the driver lives in this apartment complex. Like, this is a whole parking facility for at least this section of the building. So you know he's not like way high up in the upper levels or way down low as far as you can assume. But
An unfortunate snag in our plan. V3, I think you might want to work your magic on this vehicle.
I'm sorry, I missed what was said before that.
The driver's not here.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know where he is. He lives in that building somewhere, but we don't know where.
We're not gonna fucking look through all the doors to search for one driver.
Yeah,
See if we can hack the car.
probably on this floor, but it's a fairly sizable building with just judging by the exterior, it's probably fairly small apartments, so you're looking at probably 20 rooms on the floor.
Ooh, here's a question.
Yes.
Do speeders, or whatever these are called, have alarms? Like when you hit them, do they have like woo woo?
Wait, so our speeder's gone?
No. Our speeder's there. The speeder that they have been driving in and switching guards in is still there. The driver is nowhere near it. It's in the apartment building, but we have no idea in what apartment.
Okay.
And we're not about to search the building for one driver. So I have two ideas.
Yeah.
One is if the thing has an alarm to basically trigger it so the guy comes down and we have him or order him to drive us. Or V3 works his magic on the car, hacks it, and we go. Because we know the way anyway.
It is my estimation that this driver may know certain protocols for approaching and entering the facility, which may come in handy.
I agree. But we don't know where he...
Real quick, I forgot, everybody who's got strain, whichever is higher, presence or cool, I believe, you recover strain equal to that after a combat
Okay.
encounter.
Cool. I had one.
Are there any terminals that could conceivably get me access to, like, I don't know, security cameras, like halls of the apartment complex, if they even have that? I don't even know if they have security.
Looking around, it doesn't look like this is low level, like lower middle level sort of thing. It doesn't look like they have a lot of security cameras set up. But there is, as you look like from the garage area towards like the entrance to the building, there is a terminal there that lets you like look up people and sort of it's the the buzzing in sort of thing. There's a list of names and like a sort of a button to contact them to get access into the building.
Okay.
Jim, you still haven't answered me if
I'm
they
sorry.
have alarm.
I would say yes.
I mean, probably.
Yeah, I would assume that it's one of those things that I know that like starships usually have like anti-intrusion sort of things to keep people from stealing starships. It's never really come up for vehicles, but it just makes sense that they would have, especially on a place like Nar Shaddaa, a way to keep their vehicles from getting stolen. So,
Like just an alarm
How
system,
big
like
is this building?
just rings when you kick it.
what was the question?
Like, does it have like a car alarm basically? Like, if you kick it,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like,
It's got like a you can assume that it's probably got some sort of car alarm or tracking device or alert system that'll let the owner know that it's being tampered with. But I think Tychus asked a question that I didn't.
I was gonna say, how big is this building?
You're looking just this floor. You're looking at about 20 occupants, 20 rooms on the floor, and then you're talking fairly sizable building, like several stories. It's big. it's a skyscraper. Sorry, it's
Can
I
we
look
just
for a
wait
good-
for him? Can we wait for him to show up again and just?
I was gonna say we look for a good spot for cover, then like kick the car, then when he comes out, we just ambush him. If he
What?
comes out.
No. Wait,
No,
what?
we want him to think that he's that
We are the next shift. I know what you're trying to
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
My
alternatively-
issue with that is that if
alternatively-
the next shift comes here and we have to go through a shootout, that's why I wanted to go earlier.
No, the problem is that they always change in twos. There's 3 of us.
So
But
there's an
we
exceptional
could-
situation.
yeah, we could say that we're delivering V3, that Kade needed this droid,
Oh,
and that we're
that's a good one.
delivering him.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, basically we can't wait for the shift because there'll be 2 more people. That's why I'm inclined to just kick the car.
All right, then, fine, yeah.
Okay. I give the car a solid kick and then stand on it or lean on it. There you go. Waiting.
I'm taking cover
Why?
because I don't want him to see me. I want him to focus on you.
Okay. shh.
We're not
Sure.
knocking him out. We're all supposed to be there.
Yeah, but the idea is when he comes out, we can ambush him and then deal with him quickly.
We're not ambushing him.
We're having him
convincing
drive us. We're lying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So you start like kicking the airspeeder and like jumping on it, shaking it, and stuff like that. For a few minutes of doing this, you don't seem to notice anything happening.
Is there any way V3 could somehow interface with this vehicle to like set off the alarm?
Yes. You can interface with the vehicle. Go ahead and give me for this, I'm going to say a computer check. Medium difficulty.
So is that 3 purple?
2 purple.
2 purple. Okay.
Yeah,
And
normal
computer.
difficulty, I guess. Yeah, sorry. I'm used to just saying the numbers. I'm just going to stick to saying the numbers because I will continuously get it wrong. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Ignore those force dice.
He uses the Force.
Yeah.
Well,
Surprise.
this is really gonna
The
mess
car
with
uses the
alarm.
force against the intrusion.
As soon as you plug in to the vehicle, you find that a silent alert has already been sent to the owner of the vehicle, whoever's got the communications device on the other end. As you are sort of standing over the vehicle, sort of hacking into it, you hear the door on the side towards the building open up, and the driver that you saw, a short human figure, comes running out of the building with a blaster pistol in hand. He's like, "Oh, you goes there?"
Finally here. We need to deliver this droid to Kade. We need a ride. Come on.
What now? Why didn't you just ring me up?
Got bored, okay? Come on.
Something fishy's going on here. Go ahead and give me a
Deception.
yes, deception check.
Sure.
Let me find the Let me find this dude's statisticals here.
Sure. So I know how fucked I am.
Well, I mean, these are low-level doofs, so they're usually not too bright.
And also, like, wasn't this your job?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
The difficulty on this is going to be 2. Just 2 purples.
2 purples.
I am going to throw in 1 black setback die just for the visuals of the situation.
We all have blazes, by the way, on our side.
Yeah, I'm aware, but you're also, like, climbing up and down on his
Pretty sure that's
vehicle.
why he didn't fucking murder us, right? Like,
By the way, can I use a destiny point for anything in this scenario?
Yeah, you can use Destiny Point. Yeah. What do you want to use it for?
And here's the thing. So I have right now, if I roll 2 yellows and a green. Can I add another green, or do I turn the green into a yellow?
no, you always have to upgrade before you add another dice.
So you would upgrade the green
Okay.
to a yellow, yes.
Okay. Just for the purposes of this, I'm just gonna up my deception by 1, and then I'll put it back.
Okay. There is oh shit. God damn. You guys are killing me today.
There we go.
Oh, use the destiny point so we can keep track of that.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah. You're right.
He's like, I don't know why you guys constantly do this stuff to me, and he puts his blaster away. You could have just called me and we could have got this out. Instead, you jump up and down on my car, my vehicle. What are you stowing the droid in the back? I only got room for 2.
Yeah, just tie the droid somewhere to the car.
Just tie him to the car.
We'll put him in the trunk, and besides, we got a third person. We'll squeeze in, unless you want to disappoint Kade. We can call Kade, let him know that you're not cooperating.
Look, just do your job.
Yeah, that's, I don't want to cause any problems. I'm new to this thing, so yeah, I'm driving. You guys fit in however you can get in there. My accent's changed. I'm sorry. This is why I'm not a professional.
I don't give a shit what your accent is. What I want to do is get to Cade's place.
All right.
Pronto.
He hops in the front, the passenger seat. You see him reach down, press a button, and like sort of the trunk opens up. I mean, unless you want to strap him down to something, that's probably the best bet. Squeeze him into the trunk back there. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Get the cable ties.
What?
He's
I
lost.
think we've lost him.
I was like, get the cable ties out.
You gotta like hook it under the window. You gotta roll down the window, hook it over. You're gonna have to like tie it under the.
All right. So are you guys trying to squeeze into this vehicle and jamming V3 into the trunk? V3, are you okay with this?
Yes, V3 does not show any obvious response to any of this.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, V3. Like, I don't think. Just put him in.
All right. Jesus Christ. So you manage to get you start pushing V3 into the trunk. You almost have to bend him over like in half. It
Wait,
doesn't.
V3, don't
not-
you have a compact
we're like
mode?
having to we're having to like push on him, like lean on
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
so like try and fold over more, like.
Doesn't he have a where like
he
folds
doesn't,
himself inside?
he doesn't quite bend that way. It might require an adjustment to get him to fold enough to fit into the
I was
trunk.
gonna say V3. How easy is it to remove your legs?
These violent delights have violent ends.
Okay, more appropriately, how easy is it to reattach your legs?
Leave that to this GM.
I mean, for an easy mechanics check, you could detach your legs. Detach it. Well, you don't even need to necessarily detach them. You could just sort of remove like the hard points that sort of connect your upper half to your lower half, leaving a lot of the stuff intact. So like it'd be like wires and like some more flexible servos and stuff.
Oh, you
that,
just like take the pins out and you just
yeah,
kind of like
basically like take the pins out, fold them in
yeah, we
half
can
so
kind of
they're
lay them
still
over.
attached.
We can just then we can kind of like fold them over,
Yeah.
like double them over. It'll work. It'll
Yeah.
work. It'll be great. It'll be.
I
fucking
would
great.
say like just to avoid doing any damage or anything, it would be
Oh, God.
difficulty 1 mechanics check. If V3 is going to do it on himself, I am going to throw in a setback die.
I'll do it. I'll do it. It's fine. It's fine. What's
I
what's
could-
gonna happen?
I could probably do it pretty easily. You said
Are you
mechanics,
sure?
Yes, yes,
but with a setback. Okay,
yes.
Alright, fine. I mean, if you can do it
that
yourself.
is a black.
Yes, 1 black, 1 purple. You know what? No, I'll save it. Go ahead.
Mechanics.
Yes.
I'll buy some lubricant later.
Fucking hang.
All right. He just like takes out a little tool and you know, pulls out 2 little pins. Not even pulls them the whole way out, just like loosens them so that they're not like, you know, pin A through hole A into hole B to hold them in place. He just sort of pulls them out so that they're far enough that they're not holding 2 pieces together. And he just instantly, like as soon as the second one comes out, he loses not control, but like the mechanics of his 2 sides, like they're no longer solid. So he just flops down, bent in half over himself.
Great, cool. Look at him. He folds up. Great, and I'll throw him in the trunk. Just gonna kind of like roll him in there, throw him in the trunk.
you
And I
guys-
just left that to you, by the way. I got up in front next to the driver.
There's
I just whisper, we'll buy something nice after the operation.
Yeah, yeah. Just play it cool. And wait, who's got the blaster? Give him a blaster pistol.
Oh,
You can't leave him alone. He's gonna die.
By the way, I'm assuming the driver is inside and you're not having this conversation.
Did you just say you're giving the droid a blaster pistol?
Yeah, he's an assassin droid. Do you want him to prove it? Let's prove it.
No,
Hey,
no,
droid,
no.
we'll put you back together and you can assassinate this guy.
No, that's quite all right. You're trustworthy. You've gotten a triumph.
You're like,
after
come
all.
on, just get in the car. I get next to him. Shut up and drive when they get in. Come on.
It's a tight squeeze up front. It's it's a 3-passenger vehicle, 1 driver, 2 passengers.
Just have Rin sit on Texas, and there we go. That's what we do when we have to squeeze in cars in real life.
This is so messed up. I don't know. I've got to get another job.
Just drive already.
Alright. You guys squeeze into the vehicle. It's really tight quarters, but it's not too far over to the stronghold. You guys travel over there. The driver's just, you know, whistling a little song to himself the whole time. Probably something he's, you know, heard in a bar or something. After a few minutes, without much conversation, he pulls up to the front of the stronghold, and 2 of the 4 guards that are standing out front there come walking over, and he's like, "You're a bit early, aren't you?" He's like, "I was told that Kade wanted this droid delivered." "Kade didn't tell us nothing about no droid." "What droid you got here?" As they
Well, I mean, we gotta get him out of the trunk here. Calm yourself down.
and you can see he motions over for the other guards up there, and they sort of, they're not aiming their blasters at you, but they start, you know, they're definitely keeping an eye out there, ready to react.
Oh, wait. Why didn't they tell you that we were arriving? Jeez. Oh my god. This organization. It's been falling apart for years. Ugh. Hopefully, what's his name? Kano can help bring it back.
Kade?
K, yeah.
It was a Kano, like fucking
Oh, K.
What the fuck
Mortal
is that?
Kombat.
It's
It's gonna rip out everybody's
Because you were
heart.
hearing the Australian accent, weren't you?
So
It's about time I took you down that there Sonya blade.
all right. So you guys are getting V3 out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and putting it back together, I guess.
Okay.
We're hoping to put it back together.
All right. Just need another mechanics check, and I am going to again throw in a setback if he is doing it himself. And
I'd like to think that many advantages in the first one made it pretty.
yeah, that is a good point. Go ahead and still take the one setback. Where's my thing here?
But to get a boost.
Still take the one setback. Where's the advantages? But yeah, it's gonna be a quick fix to pop them back into place. Go ahead and throw 2 blues in there. But I'm gonna go ahead and use a dark side to upgrade that difficulty from 1 purple to 1 red, as just everybody standing there like trying to fix it, just eyeballing you. It doesn't make you necessarily nervous per se, because you feel that you're above that sort of thing. But everybody's just like not giving you enough space to maneuver, even though it's real easy, you think, to pop these things into place. It's still just not enough room to do this. So
Is that right? Is there supposed to be a?
there should be a no, yeah, that's right. You go to put the pins back into place, but the one pin, like, just from jostling around in the back, seems to be bent a little bit, just from the sheer number of advantage, which is absolutely ridiculous. Unless you want to use that for something specific, I'm gonna say that one of the guards just pushes everybody to the side. He's like, "Oh, here, I know how to do this," and he just like gives you a swift thwack with the side of his hand, and knocks the pin back into place, letting you stand upright again. But they're definitely like, what's that?
Percussive maintenance.
Yeah, yep.
I'm stealing that.
And with that, he very calmly stands up and looks ready to perform something.
This don't look like no assassin droid I've ever seen. I mean, this don't look like no
That's
assassin
why
droid
he's
I've ever
an
seen.
assassin droid.
It's
Wait.
not supposed to look like an assassin droid. How do you assassinate
Oh
when
my-
you see it?
Someone give me a deception check. Let me find my things here.
Can I do it again, or should I do it?
You should do it. You should definitely.
Whoever's doing the majority of the talking.
Okay.
Where's my the difficulty on this one is
All right.
going to be 3 purples. And I'm gonna go ahead and just, again, this was an unannounced visit. I'm gonna go ahead and throw a setback in there, as they're not necessarily trusting you at this point.
Shit. We might actually.
Flip.
I'm gonna use another destiny point. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay. There we go. And big money, no one. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I didn't update that. Did it roll? No.
No, it doesn't look like it rolled.
How about now? What the heck was that? Why didn't it?
Literally nothing.
Yeah,
Literally, that means literally
Oh,
nothing.
I got nothing.
I thought it was broken again. I just want to double check and make sure it's not broken. So let me.
They
do
all
some-
cancel out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They all cancel out. Worse. I didn't exactly fail, did I?
No, that's.
I mean, technically that's a failure.
Yeah, yeah. This is all right. How about you follow me, and we'll see what this assassin droid of yours is capable of.
Sure.
And,
Lead the way.
But if you damage him, it's going to cost you 20,000 credits. It's pretty top of the line.
He starts walking. He motions for the other guards on the balcony to come over, and as he's walking towards the front of the building into the main entryway, they all sort of step around so that the four guards are surrounding you, and you can see, like, with the big glass entryway, there is two other armed guards inside, like right inside of the door, watching all of this happen. Someone must have sent some sort of signal. They have turned and are just watching you guys, and you see, like, in the big glass entryway, there is like a set of stairs that goes up and then, like, goes off to the side to, like, a second level. And coming down those stairs is a very large, I'm sure I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Whiffid?
Whiphid.
Yes, Whippid. Let me find an image for this.
What is that?
Whiffid is, let's see if it pops up here. Of course not. Thanks for nothing. Give me one
Whip
second here. Sorry, guys.
Whip it good.
That is a Whiffid.
Oh, isn't that thing immortal?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
But it comes walking down the stairs towards you guys. You can see it's got a very large like blaster rifle on its back, and on its two sides it's got some on one side is a vibro sword, and sort of crossed on its back with the blaster rifle is a fairly hefty vibro axe, and it comes walking down the stairs towards you guys. Doesn't look too pleased. It's hard to tell. Alien species to probably most of the characters, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the session.
Good. I'll have 2 weeks to think of something.
I'm gonna go ahead 20 experience again for this week. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in an extra 5 for the cunning display of aptitude on the stakeout. So 25 experience for the session for everybody.
Sure. We'll call it that.
Yeah, anybody
Great,
have...
25 experience, and I'm just like, how much are the next skills in Blaster?
Yeah,
Maybe worth
I am.
investing.
I'm so not putting points in combat.
I'm gonna buy a specialization in assassination.
I probably should, shouldn't I?
Why
Huh?
not? YOLO, man. Be the droid you want to be.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions, comments, concerns?
How do you make donuts? Oh, never mind.
How do you make
sorry.
donuts?
I mean, like, you fry them.
Yeah, of course.
I
My
hope
kind of
everybody-
donuts, not American donuts. I'm not
I
making
hope everybody
American.
had fun. Real quick though,
It's
I
always
just
fun.
wanted to get everybody's opinion